There comes a time in everyone's life when you look at yourself in the mirror and realize that something has to change. Not the kind of surface-level change that fades in 2 weeks, but something deeper, a quiet decision that the person you've been is no longer enough for the life you want to live. That moment, though uncomfortable, is sacred. It's the beginning of rebuilding. And 2026 can be the year you finally stop talking about who you want to become and start becoming it. But rebuilding yourself isn't about burning everything down overnight or making impulsive promises to your future self. It's about clarity, understanding the structure of who you are, brick by brick, habit by habit, thought by thought, and then beginning the slow, disciplined process of reshaping it. Most people never rebuild themselves because they can't stand the discomfort of seeing how much needs to be fixed. They'd rather live in distraction, patching cracks instead of rebuilding the foundation. But if you're here, you've already made the first step, awareness. And awareness, when paired with discipline, becomes unstoppable momentum. Discipline is the skeleton of self-transformation. It's not about punishment or forcing yourself through misery. It's about alignment. Discipline is the art of doing what must be done, especially when you don't feel like it. It's the bridge between intention and reality. Every great philosopher and warrior understood this truth. Mousashi trained in solitude for years not to become invincible, but to master himself. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations not to inspire others, but to discipline his own mind against weakness. Discipline is how you turn chaos into order. It's the quiet repetition of small, unglamorous acts. Waking up on time, moving your body, writing down your thoughts, controlling your impulses. Those things seem small, but over time they harden you into someone capable of facing life head-on. Yet discipline alone is not enough. Life will break you down, no matter how strong your will is. Plans fail. People disappoint you. The world changes faster than you can adapt. That's where resilience comes in. The ability to bend without breaking, to suffer without losing your center. Resilience isn't pretending that pain doesn't exist. It's learning to dance with it. It's realizing that every difficulty is a test disguised as an obstacle. The people who rise in life aren't those who avoid suffering, they're the ones who use it. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "The spirit becomes strong by going through storms." He understood that to truly rebuild yourself, you have to embrace the storms instead of cursing them. Resilience is built in the moments no one sees. It's in the silent nights when you feel lost, but choose not to quit. It's in the failures that sting, but teach you something irreplaceable. Every setback you face in 2026 can either harden you into bitterness or forge you into strength. The choice depends on how you interpret it. Life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. That's the secret most people miss. The goal isn't to eliminate hardship, but to become the kind of person who can handle anything that comes. And through it all, you'll need one final ingredient: focus. In a world engineered to scatter your attention, focus is rebellion. Every ping, every notification, every distraction is designed to pull you away from yourself. But rebuilding your life requires concentrated energy. Focus means choosing one path, one purpose, and pouring yourself into it with ruthless consistency. It means cutting away the unnecessary, not because you hate the world, but because you love your potential too much to waste it. True focus is not about doing more. It's about doing less with greater intention. In 2026, the challenge is not just to be productive, it's to be present. You don't have to move fast, you just have to move deliberately. When you rebuild with focus, even the simplest actions, making your bed, journaling, showing up for your goals, become meditations. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to live instead of merely existing. This isn't a video to rush through. It's not something to play once and forget. It's meant to stay with you, to play softly in the background while you go on a walk, clean your home, drive to work, or unwind after a long day. Let the words remind you that change doesn't happen in a single moment of inspiration, but through quiet consistency. Every minute you listen, you're planting seeds of clarity, resilience, and strength. Because rebuilding yourself is not a single act, it's a philosophy. A philosophy that says you are not broken, just unfinished. Every failure, every regret, every disappointment becomes raw material for transformation. The version of you that will rise in 2026 is not a stranger. It's the person who's been buried under years of noise, fear, and distraction. This year, your job is to uncover them. So take a deep breath. Let the chaos of the past year dissolve for a while. You've spent enough time running from yourself. Now it's time to return home, to rebuild from the inside out, with discipline as your foundation, resilience as your armor, and focus as your compass. The process won't be easy, but it will be real, and that's all that matters. In the timeless words of Friedrich Nietzsche, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This powerful statement invites us to ponder the profound relationship between our purpose and our ability to endure, to persist, and to overcome. It suggests that the fuel of our motivation is not found in fleeting desires or momentary whims, but in the deep-seated reasons that anchor our existence. Yet, what happens when the clarity of our why dims in the face of routine, when the spark of motivation flickers and fades under the weight of daily grind? This is the challenge many of us face, finding the strength to continue working, to keep moving forward, when motivation is nowhere to be found. Our journey through life is seldom a constant high. There are valleys as deep as there are peaks high, times when the well of motivation runs dry. It's in these moments, in the silence of inspiration's absence, that the art of discipline becomes our guiding light. Discipline, often misunderstood as merely a rigid framework of self-denial or punishment, is in fact a powerful form of freedom. It is the disciplined mind that can navigate through the tempests of distraction and the doldrums of disinterest, steering the soul toward its goals with unwavering resolve. The importance of discipline extends far beyond the confines of personal achievement. In the tapestry of human endeavor, whether in the realms of education, career, or personal development, it is the thread that weaves together the patterns of success. It is the force that propels us forward when the winds of motivation fail to fill our sails, the inner strength that enables us to uphold commitments, to refine our skills, and to cultivate the resilience necessary for sustained growth. Yet, the path to mastering the art of discipline is not one of mere willpower or the suppression of desires. It is a journey that begins with understanding, the recognition of it as not only a means to an end, but as a practice that enriches the very fabric of our being. It involves the cultivation of habits that align with our deepest values, the setting of goals that resonate with our true selves, and the development of an environment conducive to focus and productivity. In exploring this form of art, we delve into the wisdom of ages past and present. Philosophers, sages, and thinkers throughout history have pondered the virtues of disciplined living, offering insights that remain profoundly relevant in our modern age. From the Stoics, who championed the value of self-control and inner tranquility, to the teachings of Eastern philosophies that emphasize mindfulness and detachment, the philosophical underpinnings of willpower are both diverse and deep. These traditions teach us that discipline is not a yoke to be borne begrudgingly, but a practice to be embraced with joy, for it is through this that we find the freedom to achieve our fullest potential. This exploration into the art of discipline is not a call to shun the joys of life or to view it as a somber march toward achievement. Instead, it is an invitation to discover the harmony between discipline and desire, to learn how this pursuit of our goals can coexist with and even enhance the pleasures of life. It is a journey toward understanding how, in the controlled moments of our days, we find the seeds of fulfillment, the roots of purpose, and the pathways to the profound satisfaction that comes from knowing we are fully engaged in the act of becoming our best selves. As we embark on this exploration, let us cast aside any preconceived notions of discipline as a mere tool for productivity. Instead, let us approach it with curiosity and openness, ready to uncover the deeper truths and practical strategies that can guide us through the challenges of working without motivation. Through this journey, we aim to not only illuminate the path to personal and professional development, but to inspire a renaissance of self-control that transcends the bounds of individual achievement and resonates through the essence of our collective human spirit. Building upon our foundational understanding of this art, it's crucial to differentiate between the concepts of motivation and discipline themselves, which, although intertwined, serve distinct roles in our pursuit of goals and personal development. Motivation is the spark. It's what ignites our initial desire to pursue a goal, driven by a combination of internal desires and external rewards. It's the feeling of enthusiasm and interest that propels us to start a project, take up a new hobby, or strive for a promotion. However, motivation is inherently fleeting. It waxes and wanes with our emotional state, the immediate environment, and countless other variables that can change from one moment to the next. Discipline, in contrast, is the steadier flame. It does not rely on the fluctuating states of our emotions or external circumstances, but is instead built on a foundation of consistent action, habits, and an unwavering commitment to our goals, regardless of the immediate rewards or our momentary feelings. While motivation can be seen as the reason why we embark on a task, self-discipline is the how, the method by which we continue to move forward even when our initial enthusiasm has faded. The reliance solely on motivation for productivity is fraught with limitations. Motivation is like the weather, unpredictable and changing, leaving us susceptible to procrastination and inconsistency when it fades. It's in these moments that the limitations of motivation become most apparent. When the initial excitement of a new project dissipates, or when faced with the mundane, repetitive aspects of our pursuits, motivation often falters. This is where this concept takes the forefront, offering a more reliable foundation for achieving goals. Discipline ensures that actions are taken and progress is made, even in the absence of motivation. It's the disciplined approach to work and life that results in the accumulation of small efforts over time, leading to significant achievements. Transitioning into the psychological underpinnings of this idea, it's essential to understand the roles of self-control and willpower, both of which are central components. Psychological research suggests that self-control, the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in the face of temptations and impulses, is a key predictor of success in life. Willpower, closely related to self-control, is the capacity to resist short-term temptations in order to meet long-term goals. Both are muscles that can be strengthened over time through consistent practice. The development of self-control and willpower is crucial for discipline, as they enable individuals to maintain focus on their goals, resist distractions, and persevere through challenges and setbacks. Habits and routines play a pivotal role in building and sustaining discipline. They transform the exertion of willpower and self-control from a conscious effort into automatic behavior. By establishing consistent routines, individuals can reduce the mental load required to make decisions about when and how to work toward their goals, making it easier to maintain progress over time. This automation of behavior is key to developing this virtue, as it lessens the reliance on finite reserves of willpower and allows for the efficient allocation of mental resources. Furthermore, the establishment of disciplined habits and routines has been shown to have a profound impact on mental health and self-esteem. The regular accomplishment of tasks, adherence to personal standards, and the consistent pursuit of goals contribute to a sense of competency and self-efficacy. This, in turn, bolsters self-esteem and contributes to an overall sense of well-being. The psychological benefits of this concept extend beyond the mere achievement of goals, fostering a positive self-image and enhancing mental health. Individuals who cultivate this kind of willpower often report higher levels of happiness and satisfaction in life, as they are better equipped to manage their time, meet their obligations, and pursue their passions with consistency and determination. In understanding the nuanced relationship between motivation and discipline, and exploring the psychological foundations of this idea, we begin to appreciate the complex interplay of factors that contribute to sustained success and personal growth. Motivation sparks the engine of ambition, but it is this kind of willpower that steers the course and keeps the wheels turning, even when the road becomes difficult. The development of self-control, willpower, and disciplined habits not only propels us toward our goals, but also enhances our mental health and self-regard. As we delve deeper into this idea, it becomes clear that its value transcends the achievement of external goals, touching upon the very essence of personal fulfillment and well-being. Delving deeper into the practicalities of cultivating discipline, it becomes evident that the strategies we adopt can significantly influence our capacity to maintain focus and drive, even in the absence of motivation. Among the most effective strategies is the setting of clear goals. The framework of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART goals is invaluable in this process. These criteria ensure that goals are not just wishes, but actionable targets that can be realistically pursued. Specific goals clarify what is to be achieved, removing ambiguity and focusing effort. Measurable goals allow for tracking progress, providing motivation through visible achievements. Achievable goals ensure that objectives are within reach, given current resources and constraints, fostering a sense of possibility. Relevance ensures that goals are aligned with broader life ambitions, providing a sense of purpose. Finally, time-bound goals create a sense of urgency and help prioritize tasks, making it easier to stay disciplined by providing a clear timeline for achievement. The importance of clear goals cannot be overstated. They serve as beacons of focus, guiding our actions and decisions. When goals are well defined, the path forward becomes clearer, reducing the likelihood of becoming sidetracked by distractions or discouraged by uncertainty. Clear goals provide a metric against which we can measure our progress, offering tangible evidence of our efforts and fueling our drive to persist. They help demarcate the journey into manageable steps, making the daunting task of achieving a significant objective seem less insurmountable. Clear goals are the compass that helps navigate the journey of disciplined effort, ensuring that we remain oriented towards our desired destination, even when the allure of immediate gratification tempts us to veer off course. Transitioning from the conceptual to the practical, establishing a routine emerges as another pivotal strategy in the cultivation of discipline. Routines are the scaffolding upon which this behavior is built, providing structure to our days and automating decision-making processes. By establishing a routine, we can automate positive behaviors, significantly reducing the reliance on fluctuating willpower and momentary motivation. Routines help embed productive habits into the fabric of our daily lives, ensuring that progress towards our goals becomes a part of our identity rather than a sporadic effort. Creating effective routines requires a thoughtful approach that aligns with personal goals and lifestyles. It involves identifying the times of day when we are most productive and designing our schedules to tackle the most challenging tasks during these peak periods. It also means recognizing and mitigating potential distractions, creating an environment conducive to focus and productivity. Furthermore, Effective routines include built-in breaks to prevent burnout and maintain high levels of performance throughout the day. They are flexible, allowing for adjustments based on feedback from our experiences and changes in our circumstances. By thoughtfully designing our routines, we can create a powerful framework that supports our disciplined pursuit of goals, harnessing the power of habit to propel us forward with minimal friction. Developing self-awareness plays a crucial role in the effective cultivation of discipline. A deep understanding of one's own habits, triggers, and patterns is essential for recognizing the forces that drive our behavior and for identifying opportunities for improvement. Self-awareness allows us to observe our actions and decisions with a critical eye, enabling us to pinpoint the habits that serve our goals and those that hinder our progress. It involves reflecting on our productivity cycles, understanding when we are most likely to be productive, and leveraging this knowledge to optimize our routines. It's a call to engage in an ongoing process of self-discovery and adaptation. This process might involve keeping a journal to track productivity patterns, experimenting with different routines, or simply taking time to reflect at the end of each day. The goal is to build a heightened sense of self-awareness that can inform more effective strategies for discipline. By understanding our own unique rhythms and preferences, we can tailor our approaches to this virtue, ensuring that our efforts are not only consistent, but also aligned with the natural inclinations of our personalities and lifestyles. In the quest to integrate this concept into our lives, managing distractions stands as one of the paramount challenges that can derail even the most determined efforts. The modern world, with its incessant demands on our attention, presents a myriad of distractions. Both physical, like the constant pings of our smartphones, and mental, such as the worrying and daydreaming that cloud our focus. To navigate this landscape, developing strategies for minimizing these distractions is essential. Physical distractions, particularly those stemming from technology, require a proactive approach. One effective strategy is the deliberate segmentation of time, allocating specific periods for checking emails, social media, and other digital communications, outside of which these devices are kept silent or even physically out of reach. This not only reduces the constant interruption, but also reclaims stretches of uninterrupted time that are vital for deep, focused work. Additionally, the use of apps and tools designed to limit internet use or block distracting websites during work hours can help maintain digital discipline. Equally challenging are the mental distractions that can lead us astray. Techniques such as mindfulness and meditation have proven effective in training the mind to remain present, reducing the tendency towards unproductive worrying or daydreaming. Setting short-timed work sessions followed by brief breaks, a technique known as the Pomodoro technique, can also help maintain focus while providing regular opportunities to rest and recharge the mind. Creating a conducive environment for focus and discipline extends beyond merely minimizing distractions. It involves designing a space that actively promotes concentration and productivity. This can mean different things for different people, but common elements include a clean, organized workspace, adequate lighting, and perhaps the presence of elements that encourage focus, such as plants or instrumental music. Personal comfort is also crucial, as physical discomfort can be a significant distraction. Building willpower, like managing distractions, is a critical component in the building of discipline. The analogy of willpower as a muscle that can be strengthened over time is particularly apt, suggesting that with regular exercise, our capacity for self-control can grow. This process begins with small, manageable challenges that are designed to stretch our self-control without overwhelming it. Just as a muscle grows stronger through the stress and recovery cycle, so too does our willpower increase through the consistent practice of resisting temptations and pushing beyond our comfort zones. Incremental challenges might include resisting a small temptation that you would usually give into, or committing to a new positive habit for a short period each day. Over time, these challenges can become more significant, building upon the foundation of self-control that has been established. It's important, however, to approach this process with patience and to recognize that setbacks are part of the journey. Just as muscles can become fatigued and require rest, so too can our willpower be depleted, necessitating periods of recovery and self-compassion. The concept of willpower as a muscle also underscores the importance of nutrition, sleep, and physical health in maintaining and building self-control. Research has shown that poor diet, lack of sleep, and inadequate exercise can deplete our willpower reserves, making it harder to maintain this virtue. By taking care of our physical well-being, we can ensure that our willpower muscle is well-nourished, rested, and ready for the challenges we set for it. The cultivation of discipline is a multifaceted endeavor that encompasses the setting of clear goals, the creation of supportive routines, the development of self-awareness, the management of distractions, and the strengthening of willpower. Each of these strategies contributes to the foundation of a disciplined life, enabling individuals to pursue their objectives with resilience and consistency. By embracing these strategies, individuals can transform the art of discipline from a concept into a lived practice, unlocking their potential and achieving their highest aspirations. The journey towards building a life of discipline is fraught with obstacles, among which burnout and procrastination loom large, presenting significant challenges to maintaining discipline. Acknowledging these challenges is the first step towards overcoming them, as it allows for the development of targeted strategies aimed at mitigating their impact. Burnout, characterized by feelings of exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced efficacy, often results from prolonged periods of stress and overwork without adequate rest or self-care. It's a state where even the most disciplined individuals can find their reserves depleted, their motivation dwindled, and their productivity compromised. Procrastination, on the other hand, is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, a behavior that can undermine this virtue by creating a cycle of stress, guilt, and decreased productivity. Both challenges, albeit distinct, share a common feature. They can be mitigated through strategic planning and self-awareness. Addressing burnout requires a multifaceted approach. Foremost, recognizing the signs of burnout is crucial. These can include chronic fatigue, irritability, lack of satisfaction from achievements, and a general disinterest in work. Once identified, taking deliberate breaks becomes essential. These breaks should not only be short pauses to refresh during the day, but also longer periods of disconnection to allow for mental and emotional recovery. Incorporating activities that are rejuvenating and entirely unrelated to work, such as hobbies, physical exercise, or spending time in nature, can restore balance and prevent the accumulation of stress. Moreover, revisiting and potentially redefining goals can also play a critical role in overcoming burnout. Sometimes, burnout stems from pursuing goals that are no longer aligned with one's values or are too ambitious in scope, leading to feelings of being overwhelmed. Setting smaller, more manageable goals can help rebuild confidence and momentum, providing a clearer, more achievable path forward. These smaller goals serve as stepping stones, each accomplishment acting as a building block towards larger aspirations, reducing the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed. Procrastination, while often perceived as a lack of discipline or poor time management, can also be a symptom of deeper issues such as fear of failure, perfectionism, or lack of clarity about the task at hand. Overcoming procrastination, therefore, begins with understanding its root causes. Once these underlying issues are addressed, practical strategies can be employed to break the cycle of procrastination. One effective approach is the division of tasks into smaller, more manageable parts. This breakdown makes the work seem less daunting, with each small task acting as a more accessible entry point to get started, thus reducing the inertia that often accompanies procrastination. Another strategy is the use of positive reinforcement, rewarding oneself for completing tasks or making progress. These rewards can be simple pleasures, like a favorite snack or a short break to do something enjoyable, serving as an incentive to start and continue working through tasks. Additionally, the technique of setting artificial deadlines for personal milestones before the actual deadline can create a sense of urgency that helps combat procrastination. Seeking support from peers or mentors is another crucial strategy in overcoming both burnout and procrastination. Sharing challenges with others can provide new perspectives, practical advice, and emotional support, reducing feelings of isolation. Peers can offer accountability, helping to stay on track with goals and commitments, while mentors can provide guidance, encouragement, and strategies that have worked for them in similar situations. Finally, embracing flexibility and self-compassion is vital. The path to discipline is not about rigid adherence to plans, but rather about the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and to forgive oneself for occasional lapses. Recognizing that setbacks are part of the process and treating oneself with kindness can foster resilience, making it easier to rebound and continue pursuing goals with renewed vigor. Overcoming the challenges of burnout and procrastination is integral to maintaining discipline. By acknowledging these challenges, taking strategic breaks, setting smaller goals, understanding and addressing the root causes of procrastination, seeking support, and practicing self-compassion, individuals can navigate these obstacles effectively. These strategies not only help in sustaining discipline, but also in enhancing overall well-being and productivity, paving the way for a balanced and fulfilling pursuit of personal and professional aspirations. Embarking further into the intricate journey of building discipline, we encounter a pivotal element that shapes our entire approach to growth and learning: mindset. The concept of mindset, as explored by psychologist Carol Dweck, particularly the distinction between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, offers profound insights into how our perceptions of ability and potential can significantly influence our capacity to integrate this principle. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, emerges not just as a beneficial trait, but as a cornerstone in the foundation of this virtue. The importance of a growth mindset in building discipline cannot be overstated. It transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into learning experiences, and effort into a pathway to mastery. This mindset shift is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, it fosters resilience, enabling individuals to persist in the face of difficulties. When imbued with a growth mindset, the inevitable hurdles and failures encountered on the path to disciplined living are not seen as evidence of incapacity, but as integral parts of the learning process. This perspective encourages continued effort and engagement, even when progress seems slow or obstacles appear insurmountable. Moreover, a growth mindset catalyzes the development of discipline by changing how we view effort. In a fixed mindset, effort is often perceived negatively, as if the need for hard work signifies a lack of natural talent or ability. However, through the lens of a growth mindset, effort is reimagined as the engine of improvement, a necessary and valued component of success. This reevaluation of effort as a positive force eliminates one of the significant barriers to the development of this virtue: the reluctance to engage in sustained, challenging work. Rather than viewing it as a restriction or a punitive measure to enforce productivity, it can be seen as a liberating force. This kind of self-control, when rooted in a growth mindset, is how we realize our potential, transform our aspirations into achievements, and navigate the complexities of life with purpose and direction. It is through discipline that we gain the freedom to pursue excellence, to cultivate skills and habits that open new doors and enable us to tackle more significant challenges. This perspective on discipline as a pathway to freedom and achievement necessitates a shift away from viewing goals and ambitions solely in terms of outcomes. Instead, it emphasizes the value of the process itself, the daily practices, the incremental improvements, and the lessons learned along the way. This process-oriented approach aligns with the principles of a growth mindset, where the focus is on becoming rather than merely achieving. It encourages an appreciation for the self-control required to engage deeply with our endeavors, recognizing that mastery and fulfillment are the results of sustained effort and engagement. Fostering a growth mindset also involves cultivating an environment, both internally and externally, that supports continuous learning and development. This includes seeking feedback, embracing challenges, and surrounding oneself with individuals who embody the qualities of resilience, perseverance, and a commitment to growth. It means creating a personal and professional life that reflects the values of curiosity, openness, and the pursuit of excellence. In essence, the role of mindset in integrating this virtue is transformative. By adopting a growth mindset, we can reframe our approach to this concept, viewing it not as a series of obstacles to be overcome, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and achievement. This mindset fosters a resilience that is indispensable in the face of challenges, encourages a positive attitude towards effort and improvement, and ultimately unlocks the true potential of self-control as a force for personal and professional development. Venturing into the philosophical realms to deepen our understanding of discipline, we find invaluable insights within Stoicism and the philosophies of Friedrich Nietzsche, each offering unique perspectives on the essence and application of this concept in life's pursuits. Stoicism, an ancient Hellenistic philosophy founded in the early 3rd century BC, places a significant emphasis on virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and especially temperance, which closely aligns with the concept of discipline. Stoics believe in living in harmony with the natural world and understanding the limits of one's power, particularly emphasizing the importance of focusing on what is within our control. This philosophy teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them, a principle that underscores the role of self-control in managing our perceptions, actions, and emotions. The Stoic perspective on discipline is encapsulated in the teachings of Epictetus, who famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This sentiment highlights the Stoic belief in self-control and resilience as foundational elements of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, further illuminates this idea in his Meditations, where he reflects on this virtue in facing life's challenges, noting, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These Stoic principles advocate for a disciplined approach to life, where the cultivation of an inner citadel of control and resilience allows individuals to navigate the vicissitudes of fate with equanimity and purpose. Transitioning to Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy, we encounter a different yet equally profound conceptualization of self-control through the lens of the will to power. Nietzsche posited the will to power as the fundamental driving force of human beings, an innate desire to overcome obstacles, extend one's influence, and assert control over one's circumstances. Unlike the Stoic emphasis on acceptance and control over one's internal states, Nietzsche's will to power focuses on the dynamic and assertive aspect of human nature, the relentless drive to shape one's destiny in accordance with one's values and aspirations. Discipline, from a Nietzschean perspective, can be seen as a manifestation of the will to power. It is the means by which individuals exert control over their own lives, channeling their energies and desires into a coherent, purposeful direction. In this sense, it's not merely about self-restraint or adherence to external norms, but is fundamentally about self-overcoming, the process of transcending one's limitations, refining one's character, and achieving mastery over one's life. Nietzsche's idea of the Übermensch, or Overman, epitomizes this concept, representing an individual who has achieved a profound level of self-mastery and autonomy through the disciplined cultivation of their virtues and talents. Exploring the philosophical dimensions of this concept further, we delve into the ethical framework of Immanuel Kant, which presents discipline not merely as a practical tool for self-improvement, but as a moral imperative rooted in the concept of duty and moral law. Kantian ethics, with its rigorous emphasis on duty, autonomy, and the categorical imperative, offers a compelling perspective on this virtue as an ethical cornerstone of human action. For Kant, the concept of duty is central to moral action, asserting that actions are morally commendable when they are performed out of duty, rather than inclination or desire for personal gain. The categorical imperative, a key principle in Kant's moral philosophy, dictates that one should act only according to maxims that can be universally applied as a law. This principle underscores the universality and objectivity of moral law, elevating the role of discipline as essential for aligning personal actions with these universal moral principles. In this context, it becomes a conduit for the realization of moral law, guiding individuals to act out of a sense of duty rather than caprice or desire. Kantian ethics posits that true moral worth arises from controlled actions that are in harmony with moral law, irrespective of the outcomes those actions may produce. This view suggests that this virtue, when exercised as an expression of duty, transcends mere utility, embodying instead the inherent value of ethical action. The disciplined individual, from a Kantian perspective, is one who prioritizes duty over inclination, who acts not because of what they stand to gain, but because it is the right thing to do. This adherence to moral principles is what imbues actions with intrinsic value, reflecting a deep commitment to the ethical life. Moving from the deontological ethics of Kant to the virtue ethics of Aristotle, we encounter a different, yet complementary, view of discipline within the context of eudaimonia, or flourishing. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia represents the highest good for human beings, achievable not through the pursuit of pleasure or the avoidance of pain, but through the practice of virtue. Discipline, in Aristotle's framework, is integral to this practice, serving as both the means and the manifestation of personal excellence. Aristotle argues that virtues are habits developed through consistent practice, requiring deliberate effort and ethical reflection. Discipline, therefore, is not merely about self-control or the suppression of desires, but about the cultivation of a character oriented towards the good. It is through this kind of virtuous action, guided by practical wisdom, that individuals can align their desires with virtuous ends, achieving a state of character excellence that contributes to a fulfilling and meaningful life. The role of this virtue in achieving eudaimonia is profound. It enables individuals to realize their potential not through external achievements or accolades, but through the development of virtues that constitute a well-lived life. Discipline, in this Aristotelian sense, is both the journey and the destination, a continuous process of self-improvement and ethical engagement that leads to the realization of one's highest self. It is the disciplined pursuit of virtue that allows individuals to navigate life's challenges with grace, to cultivate lasting relationships based on mutual respect and ethical values, and to contribute positively to the communities of which they are a part. As we draw our exploration to a close, we've journeyed through a rich landscape of insights, strategies, and philosophical wisdom surrounding the cultivation of discipline. From understanding the nuanced differences between motivation and discipline, to delving into the psychological underpinnings that fortify our resolve, we've uncovered the practical steps necessary for fostering an environment conducive to focused work and personal growth. The strategies we've discussed, from setting clear, achievable goals to minimizing distractions and managing our mental resources, are foundational to developing a robust framework for self-improvement. The philosophical teachings we've explored provide a deeper context, presenting self-control not just as a tool for achieving immediate goals, but as a pathway to living a meaningful and ethical life. Stoicism and the philosophies of Nietzsche remind us of the power of our responses to life's challenges, encouraging an assertive engagement with our circumstances. Kant's emphasis on moral duty and Aristotle's vision of flourishing through virtue ethics enrich our understanding of self-control as a cornerstone of a life well lived. Embarking on this journey requires no monumental leaps. Rather, it's the small, consistent steps that lead to profound changes. Begin where you are, with what you have, understanding that the path to mastering self-control is a process marked by gradual improvement and persistence. It's in the daily commitment to our goals, the routines we establish, and the mindfulness with which we approach our tasks that we find progress. Each day offers a new opportunity to practice, to learn, and to grow. As we move forward, let us embrace the challenges and setbacks not as barriers, but as stepping stones on the path to personal excellence. The journey is as much about developing resilience and adaptability as it is about achieving specific outcomes. The essence of self-improvement lies not in the magnitude of our actions, but in the consistency and intention behind them. In closing, let us reflect on the words of James Clear, who eloquently captures the essence of our discussions. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. This insight underscores the importance of the structures we put in place, the habits we cultivate, the routines we adhere to, and the mindset we nurture. It's these systems, grounded in the principles we've explored, that enable us to harness the true potential of self-control, transforming our aspirations into reality. As you step into the world, armed with the knowledge and strategies we've shared, remember that the journey of self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself, stay committed to your path, and let the discipline of your actions today be the foundation upon which you build a brighter, more fulfilling tomorrow. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. These profound words by Michel de Montaigne, a celebrated French philosopher, serve as a gateway to our exploration today. This quote, seemingly simple, harbors a deep ocean of meaning and reflection. It brings us face to face with one of the most misunderstood and undervalued aspects of human existence, the art of enjoying solitude. In today's world, where connectivity is constant and solitude is often equated with loneliness or social isolation, the idea of finding joy in being alone seems almost revolutionary. The societal lens often paints being alone with a gray brush, coloring it as something to be avoided, an indicator of social unpopularity or emotional distress. However, this perspective misses the profound richness that it can offer. Montaigne, who spent a significant portion of his life in quiet reflection and writing, understood the power of solitude. His works, which have stood the test of time, are a testament to the depth of thought and understanding that can be achieved when one turns inward. In his writings, Montaigne advocates for a life of self-reliance and introspection. He suggests that true contentment and understanding come from within, not from the external world of social accolades or material possessions. The idea of belonging to oneself is both empowering and challenging. It requires a person to dive into the depths of their being, to confront their fears, desires, and the very essence of who they are. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It asks for courage, for the strength to face oneself in the mirror of solitude and to accept what is seen. But the rewards of this journey are immeasurable. In the words of Montaigne, this self-belonging opens the door to the greatest thing in the world. But why is this journey so important? In solitude, we find a rare opportunity to disconnect from the external noise that constantly bombards our senses. It's in these moments of quiet that our mind has the space to wander, to explore, and to create without boundaries. The stillness of solitude acts as a canvas for the mind, allowing thoughts and ideas to flow freely, untainted by the expectations and judgments of others. It's a state where creativity is not just a possibility, but a natural occurrence. Moreover, it's a crucible for self-discovery. It's in the silence of being alone that we can truly listen to ourselves. We can hear the whispers of our deepest desires, the subtle hints of our true passions, and the often ignored voice of our intuition. This self-awareness is the cornerstone of a fulfilling life. It informs our choices, guides our actions, and shapes our future. This path also leads to resilience. In spending time alone, we learn to rely on ourselves. We develop the strength to face life's challenges without the need for constant external support. This independence is liberating. It instills a sense of confidence and self-assuredness that is visible to the world. Yet the beauty of being alone is not just in the profound self-discovery and creativity it fosters. It's also in the simple, peaceful moments it offers, the quiet morning walks, the stillness of a night sky, the unadulterated pleasure of a book read by the window. In these moments, solitude is a gentle reminder of the beauty of simplicity, of the joy found in the small, often unnoticed aspects of life. In embracing this idea, we also learn to appreciate the value of social connections more deeply. The contrast between our moments alone and the time spent with others becomes more pronounced. We begin to cherish our relationships, not out of a need for constant companionship, but from a place of genuine appreciation and understanding. Enjoying solitude is not just about being alone. It's about discovering a hidden superpower within ourselves. It's about finding peace, creativity, and strength in our own company. It's about learning to belong to ourselves, as Michel de Montaigne so eloquently put it. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Albert Einstein once remarked, capturing the transformative journey from the discomfort of aloneness in our younger years to the rich appreciation of it as we grow older. This evolution in our relationship with being alone mirrors our journey of self-discovery and personal growth. In youth, the idea of spending time by ourselves often comes laden with fears of loneliness or social rejection. Yet, as we mature, we come to realize that these quiet moments are not just gaps in our social calendar, but precious opportunities for introspection and self-understanding. The process of self-discovery is akin to an artist first facing a blank canvas. Initially, there's hesitation, a fear of the empty space, but gradually, as the artist's brush moves, a picture starts to emerge. Similarly, when we first begin to spend time with ourselves, we might feel discomfort or restlessness. However, as we continue this practice, layers of our personality, our desires, and our fears begin to reveal themselves. It is in these moments of reflection that we often find the most honest version of ourselves. This honesty is vital. It is the foundation upon which we can build a life that truly reflects who we are, not who we think we should be. Journaling, for instance, is an activity that can significantly aid this process. It allows us to converse with ourselves, to ask questions and ponder answers without judgment. Through writing, we can track our thoughts and emotions, observe patterns, and make connections that might not be apparent in the chaos of everyday life. Similarly, meditation offers a pathway to inner silence, a state where the noise of the world fades away, leaving us in a space of deep clarity and calm. Here, in the quietness, we can listen to the whispers of our inner voice, often drowned out in the din of our routine lives. Albert Einstein's perspective on aloneness as a tool for maturation resonates profoundly with this idea of self-discovery. His words suggest a recognition that the journey towards understanding oneself and the world is not one that can be undertaken amidst the constant distractions of a bustling life. It requires moments of isolation, periods where the mind can wander freely, unencumbered by the demands of society or the expectations of others. In these periods of reflection, our understanding of the world and our place in it crystallizes. We start to see things from a broader perspective, recognizing the interconnectedness of our experiences and the wider universe. This process of maturation through aloneness is not just about introspection, but also about building a relationship with oneself that is rooted in acceptance and understanding. It is about learning to appreciate our own company, to find comfort in our thoughts and dreams. This self-companionship becomes a source of strength, allowing us to face the world with confidence and resilience. It teaches us that while companionship and love from others are important, our first and most enduring relationship is with ourselves. As we evolve in our understanding of ourselves, our approach to personal growth also shifts. We begin to recognize that growth is not always about doing more or being more. Sometimes it is about being still, about listening and understanding. It is in these moments of stillness that we often find the insights that propel us forward, that help us to break through barriers and overcome obstacles. The journey of self-discovery and personal growth through aloneness is a paradoxical one. In stepping away from the world, we find a deeper connection to it. In turning inward, we discover universal truths, and in embracing the pain of isolation in youth, we unlock the delicious richness of maturity, a state where we are at peace with ourselves and the world around us. This journey is an essential part of the human experience, one that enriches our lives in myriad, often unexpected ways. Without great solitude, no serious work is possible. Pablo Picasso, a luminary in the world of art, once stated, shedding light on the profound relationship between creative work and the quietness of being alone. Picasso's insight reveals an essential truth about creativity. It often thrives in environments where the mind is free from the clamor and distraction of the outside world. This tranquility, often found when one is by themselves, becomes a fertile ground for ideas to germinate, grow, and flourish. In the realm of creativity, the absence of external stimuli serves as a catalyst for the mind to explore uncharted territories. When we are alone, our mind is not bound by the immediate demands of our surroundings or the expectations of others. This freedom allows our thoughts to wander, to explore the recesses of imagination and possibility. In this state, ideas that may seem unconventional or even radical in a social setting can be contemplated and nurtured. The history of art, literature, and science is replete with examples of individuals who found their most profound ideas in moments of isolation. Engaging in creative activities alone, such as writing, painting, or brainstorming, is not just about producing something new. It is a process of self-discovery, a conversation between the creator and their inner self. When writing, for instance, the writer is not just putting words on a page. They are uncovering parts of their identity, beliefs, and perspectives that might not be evident even to themselves. Similarly, when painting, the artist does not merely create a visual expression, but embarks on a journey of personal expression and emotional exploration. These activities, when done in isolation, are unfiltered expressions of one's inner world, untainted by the need for external approval or validation. Picasso's emphasis on solitude as essential for serious creative work underlines the importance of a personal space where one's creative energies can be focused without interruption. This uninterrupted focus is crucial in the process of innovation and creation. It allows for a deep immersion in the task at hand, often leading to breakthroughs and insights that might not be achievable in a more distracted setting. The uninterrupted stream of consciousness that flows in these moments can lead to connections and ideas that are truly original and groundbreaking. Furthermore, the act of engaging in creative pursuits alone is in itself a form of meditation. It allows for mindfulness that is deeply connected to the present moment, where the mind is fully engaged with the creative process. This engagement can be therapeutic, providing a respite from the stresses and strains of everyday life. The act of creation becomes a source of joy and fulfillment, an end in itself rather than a means to an external goal. This relationship between creativity and being alone is not just limited to traditionally creative fields such as art or literature. It extends to all areas of life, including business, science, and technology. For instance, brainstorming business ideas or solving complex scientific problems often requires a level of concentration and creative thinking that is best achieved in a quiet, uninterrupted environment. The stories of entrepreneurs conceptualizing ideas in their garages or scientists having breakthroughs in solitary walks are testaments to the power of this creative solitude. The quietness of being by oneself is not just a space for relaxation or escape from the world. It is a dynamic and powerful environment where creativity is nurtured and cultivated. It is a space where the mind is free to explore, to innovate, and to create without boundaries. In embracing this tranquility, we open ourselves up to a world of endless possibilities and untapped potential. We allow ourselves to delve deeper into our thoughts and ideas, creating work that is not just serious, but often revolutionary. In solitude, the mind gains strength and learns to lean upon itself. Lawrence Stern eloquently captures the essence of how being alone can fortify the mind and spirit. This concept is pivotal in understanding the role of introspective periods in developing resilience, inner strength, and independence. These qualities are not just desirable traits, they are the bedrock upon which a confident and self-sufficient individual is built. The journey towards cultivating these characteristics often begins in quiet introspection, away from the external world's influence and noise. When we spend time in isolation, we are compelled to face ourselves in a way that is often impossible in the company of others. It is in these moments that we encounter our fears, doubts, and insecurities head-on. This confrontation, though challenging, is a crucial step in building resilience. It teaches us to find solutions within ourselves, to develop coping mechanisms that are personally effective, and to emerge stronger from each encounter. The process of overcoming these internal challenges is what forges the resilience that helps us navigate the external challenges of life. Building inner strength is similar to muscle training in physical fitness. Just as muscles grow stronger when they are exercised and pushed to their limits, the mind too develops fortitude when it is challenged. Engaging in activities alone, such as solo travel or learning a new skill, can be akin to a workout for the mind. These experiences push us out of our comfort zones and challenge our perceived limitations. They teach us to rely on our judgment, make decisions independently, and trust in our abilities. The sense of accomplishment that comes from successfully navigating a solo trip or mastering a new skill alone is a profound builder of inner strength. Laurence Stern's perspective on the mind gaining strength in isolation underscores the importance of self-reliance. The ability to lean upon oneself is not born out of arrogance or a disdain for others' support. Rather, it is a recognition of one's own capabilities and the confidence to rely on them. This self-reliance is a powerful tool in life. It enables us to approach challenges with the belief that we have the resources within ourselves to overcome them. It also fosters a sense of independence that is liberating, knowing that while we may appreciate and seek the company and assistance of others, our success and well-being are not wholly dependent on them. Moreover, the pursuit of activities alone has an intrinsic value that goes beyond building resilience and inner strength. It cultivates a sense of independence that is deeply empowering. This independence is not just about being physically alone. It's about the mental and emotional autonomy that comes from knowing that one is capable of self-sustenance and self-direction. It's about the freedom to choose one's path, make decisions based on personal convictions, and live a life that is authentically one's own. The development of these qualities through periods of isolation is not a linear or easy journey. It involves moments of doubt, fear, and even failure. However, it is through navigating these challenges alone that we truly grow. Each obstacle overcome, each decision made, and each new skill learned while alone adds a layer to our resilience, strengthens our inner core, and bolsters our independence. Laurence Stern's insight into the strengthening effect of isolation on the mind is a profound observation of human development. The journey through isolation is not just about enduring being alone. It's about what we learn, how we grow, and the strength we gain in the process. It's about developing the resilience to face life's adversities, the inner strength to stand firm in our convictions, and the independence to carve our own path. I go to nature to be soothed and healed, and to have my senses put in order. John Burroughs' words poignantly capture the essence of the transformative power of immersing oneself in the natural world. This connection with nature, especially when experienced alone, has a profound impact on our mental and physical well-being. It is in the embrace of the natural world that we find a unique type of peace and rejuvenation, one that is markedly different from the restorative experiences found in our daily urban environments. The act of spending time in nature, away from the distractions and demands of modern life, offers a chance for deep reflection and reconnection with the simpler aspects of existence. Nature, in its vastness and beauty, provides a perspective that is both humbling and enlightening. It reminds us of our place in the larger scheme of things, reducing the weight of individual concerns and challenges. This perspective shift is not just mentally liberating, it also has tangible effects on our physical well-being. Research has shown that time spent in natural settings can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve overall mood. Engaging in nature-related activities like hiking, nature walks or gardening allows for an immersion in this therapeutic environment. Hiking, for instance, is not just a physical activity. It's a journey through different landscapes, each with its own story and beauty. It provides a sense of accomplishment and progression, mirroring the journey of personal growth. Nature walks, on the other hand, offer a more gentle immersion, where the focus is on the small details, the sound of leaves underfoot, the patterns of light and shadow, the symphony of birdsong. This attention to detail fosters mindfulness, anchoring us in the present moment and clearing the clutter from our minds. Gardening, too, is a deeply fulfilling activity that connects us with the cycle of life. It teaches patience, care, and the joy of nurturing. Watching something grow and thrive under our care is a powerful metaphor for personal growth and development. It reinforces the idea that with time, care, and effort, beautiful things can emerge, both in our gardens and in our lives. John Burroughs' quote beautifully encapsulates the healing power of nature. It suggests that nature has a way of organizing and clarifying our thoughts. In the chaos of everyday life, our senses are constantly bombarded with stimuli, leading to a sense of overload and fragmentation. Nature simplifies this complexity, providing a space where our senses can recalibrate. The sound of a river, the sight of a mountain vista, the smell of a forest after rain, these experiences have a way of aligning our internal compass, giving us a sense of direction and purpose. The solitude experience in nature is not one of isolation, but of connection. It is a connection to the earth, to the cycle of life, and to the deeper, often unacknowledged parts of ourselves. In the stillness of a forest or the expanse of a desert, we find a sense of belonging that is both ancient and deeply personal. This connection transcends the immediate, touching on something eternal and universal. In nature, we also find a mirror for our emotions and experiences. The changing seasons, the cycles of growth and decay, the resilience of flora and fauna, all resonate with our own experiences of change, loss, and resilience. This resonance provides comfort and understanding, reminding us that we are not alone in our journey through life. The joy of being alone in nature is a multifaceted experience. It offers healing, clarity, and a deep connection with the world around us. It provides a space for reflection, growth, and rejuvenation. In embracing the solitude offered by nature, we open ourselves to a world of beauty, wisdom, and healing. We find a sanctuary where our senses can be realigned, our minds can find peace, and our spirits can soar. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. May Sarton's words offer a profound distinction between loneliness and being alone, a theme central to understanding and embracing the power of one's own company. This differentiation is crucial, as misconceptions about loneliness often lead to a fear of spending time alone, a fear that can deprive us of the many benefits that introspective solitude can bring. Loneliness is typically characterized by a feeling of emptiness and isolation, a sense that something is missing, often accompanied by sadness or anxiety. It is an emotional response to a perceived lack of connection or companionship. Solitude, in contrast, is a state of being alone without being lonely. It is a conscious choice to spend time with oneself, an opportunity to engage in reflection, creativity, and personal growth. Unlike loneliness, which is often seen as a negative state, solitude can be a rich and fulfilling experience, a time of self-enrichment and discovery. One of the first steps in overcoming the fear of loneliness is understanding and acknowledging these differences. Recognizing that being alone does not inherently mean one is lonely paves the way for a more positive relationship with oneself. It allows for the recognition that one can be alone and still feel connected, content, and fulfilled. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools in this journey of understanding and embracing being alone. These practices encourage a deep engagement with the present moment and with one's own thoughts and feelings. Through mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, understanding that they are transient and do not define us. This awareness helps in disentangling ourselves from negative thought patterns associated with loneliness and in cultivating a more compassionate and accepting relationship with ourselves. Meditation, on the other hand, allows us to delve deeper into our inner world. It provides a space for us to confront and process our fears, anxieties, and the root causes of our loneliness. This introspective process can be transformative, leading to a greater understanding of ourselves and our needs. It empowers us to seek fulfillment and contentment from within, rather than relying solely on external sources. Sartre's quote beautifully highlights the enrichment that comes from embracing and enjoying one's own company. This enrichment is multifaceted. It includes the development of a stronger sense of self-awareness, a deeper understanding of one's values, beliefs, and desires. It fosters independence and self-reliance, qualities that are essential for a fulfilling and resilient life. It opens up the space for creativity and introspection, allowing us to explore new ideas, revisit old passions, and discover hidden facets of our personality. Another key strategy in overcoming the fear of loneliness is redefining the narrative around being alone. Society often stigmatizes being alone, equating it with being unsocial or undesirable. Challenging this narrative involves recognizing the value and importance of spending time with oneself. It's about seeing this time as an opportunity for growth, relaxation, and rejuvenation. By shifting our perspective, we can begin to appreciate the moments we spend alone, valuing them as much as the time we spend with others. Moreover, engaging in activities that we enjoy alone can further help in overcoming the fear of loneliness. Whether it's pursuing a hobby, learning a new skill, or simply taking a walk, these activities can be deeply satisfying. They provide a sense of accomplishment and joy that is derived independently, reinforcing the idea that our happiness and fulfillment do not solely depend on the presence of others. Overcoming the fear of loneliness and embracing the richness of being alone is a journey of re-education and self-discovery. It involves distinguishing between loneliness and solitude, using tools like mindfulness and meditation to foster a deeper understanding and acceptance of oneself, and reshaping the narrative around being alone. By embracing these principles, we open ourselves to a world of self-enrichment, where being alone is not a state to be feared, but a state to be cherished and celebrated. It is a journey that leads to a stronger, more resilient, and more fulfilled self, capable of finding joy and contentment from within. We need solitude because when we're alone, we're free from obligations. We don't need to put on a show, and we can hear our own thoughts. Tamim Ansari insightfully highlights the liberating aspect of being alone. This statement underscores the importance of finding a balance between social interaction and personal time. In our increasingly connected world, where the lines between public and private life are often blurred, maintaining this balance is crucial for a well-rounded and fulfilling life. This equilibrium is not just about time management, it's about nurturing both our social selves and our inner selves. The freedom from obligations and the absence of a need to put on a show that Ansari speaks of is a significant benefit of spending time alone. In social settings, there is often a conscious or unconscious pressure to conform to certain norms and expectations. We tailor our words, actions, and even thoughts to fit into the social fabric around us. While this adaptability is a valuable social skill, it can also be exhausting and at times inauthentic. In contrast, when we're alone, we're free to be our true selves. we can explore our thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or the need to please others. This authenticity is vital for personal growth and self-understanding. However, while the value of being alone is undeniable, it is equally important to recognize the importance of social interaction. Humans are inherently social beings, and our connections with others play a critical role in our happiness and mental well-being. Social interactions provide support, enable shared experiences, and foster a sense of belonging. They allow us to share our joys, sorrows, and discoveries, contributing to our emotional and psychological development. The key, therefore, lies in finding the right balance between these two states. This balance is not a one-size-fits-all formula. It varies from person to person, depending on individual needs, personalities, and circumstances. For some, a greater proportion of time might need to be spent in social settings to fulfill their emotional and psychological needs, while for others, more time spent alone might be essential for their well-being. Achieving this balance requires introspection and self-awareness. It involves understanding our needs and respecting our limits. It means recognizing when we need to withdraw from the world to recharge and when we need to engage with others to enrich our lives. This awareness can be cultivated through practices like mindfulness and self-reflection, helping us to tune into our mental and emotional states. Furthermore, balancing social life and time alone is not just about quantity, but also about quality. Quality social interactions where we feel genuinely connected and engaged can be deeply fulfilling. Similarly, the quality of our time alone matters. It's not just about being alone, but about how we use that time. Whether we spend it engaging in activities that nurture our soul, reflecting on our experiences, or simply resting and rejuvenating. Tamim Ansari's perspective on the space for authenticity and personal freedom that being alone provides is a crucial component of this balance. It reminds us that while social interactions are essential, they should not come at the cost of losing our authentic selves. The freedom to hear our own thoughts and be true to ourselves is just as important as the joy and fulfillment we derive from our relationships with others. The balance between social life and personal time is a dynamic and ongoing process. It requires conscious effort and continuous adjustment. It's about creating a life where we can enjoy the company of others while also cherishing the moments we spend alone. By achieving this balance, we can live a life that is not only fulfilling but also authentic, a life where we can be true to ourselves and still be an integral part of the social world around us. This balance is not just desirable, it's essential for our overall well-being and happiness. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Aristotle's statement intriguingly captures the extremes of how solitude has been perceived across different eras and philosophies. This quote highlights the notion that embracing and finding joy in being alone has often been seen as a trait of either the divine or the untamed, suggesting a departure from what is ordinary or expected in societal norms. This stark perspective invites us to delve into the various philosophical viewpoints on loneliness and being alone, spanning from ancient teachings to modern thought. Eastern philosophy, particularly Buddhism and Taoism, has long valued the practice of withdrawing from societal noise to seek inner peace and enlightenment. In Buddhism, the concept of solitude is often associated with meditation and the journey towards nirvana, a state of liberation from suffering and the cycle of rebirth. Solitude in this context is seen as a means to delve deeper into the mind, to understand the nature of reality and self. It is in the quiet moments of meditation that Buddhists believe one can gain insight into the true nature of existence, leading to inner peace and spiritual awakening. Taoism, another influential school of thought in Eastern philosophy, also places great emphasis on harmony with the natural world and the self. Solitude is valued as a state that allows for a deeper connection with the Tao, the fundamental principle that is the source of everything. In Taoism, being alone is seen as an opportunity to align oneself with the natural rhythms of the universe, fostering a sense of balance and tranquility. In contrast, Western philosophy, particularly Stoicism and Existentialism, offers a different perspective on being alone. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, views solitude as an opportunity to develop self-sufficiency and resilience. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius advocated for the importance of being content with one's own company and using solitude as a time to reflect on and practice virtue. They believe that true happiness comes from within and is not dependent on external circumstances or relationships. Existentialism, a more modern philosophical movement, also places significant value on being alone, but for slightly different reasons. Existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Friedrich Nietzsche emphasize the importance of individual existence, freedom, and choice. For existentialists, being alone is crucial for authentic existence. It is in moments of isolation that individuals confront the absurdity of life and the burden of freedom, leading to a more authentic and self-aware existence. In the realm of modern thought, contemporary psychologists and authors have continued to explore the role of being alone in personal development and mental health. The perspective has shifted from seeing solitude solely as a spiritual or philosophical practice to understanding its psychological benefits. Modern psychology recognizes the importance of being alone for mental health, creativity, and emotional regulation. It is seen as a time for self-reflection, self-care, and personal growth. Authors like Susan Cain, in her book, Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, have highlighted the societal undervaluation of being alone and introversion, advocating for a better understanding and appreciation of these states. Aristotle's observation that those who delight in being alone are akin to gods or wild beasts speaks to the ancient recognition of the exceptional nature of solitude. It acknowledges that finding contentment and joy in being alone is a departure from the norm, a trait seen in those who have transcended common societal tendencies. This perspective resonates through the ages, from Eastern philosophy's view of solitude as a path to enlightenment, to Western philosophy's emphasis on solitude for authenticity and self-sufficiency, and into modern understandings of the psychological benefits of spending time alone. Each of these perspectives contributes to a richer understanding of the value of solitude. In Buddhism, solitude is not merely a physical state, but a mental and spiritual discipline. The practice of solitary meditation, known as bhavana, is central to Buddhist practice. It is in the quiet and seclusion of meditation that one can observe the workings of the mind, understand the nature of desire, and ultimately transcend the cycle of suffering. The Buddhist perspective thus views solitude as essential for deep spiritual growth and enlightenment. This view underscores the idea that true peace and happiness come from within, rather than from external sources. Taoism, with its emphasis on living in harmony with the Tao, views solitude as a means to connect with the natural order of things. The Taoist sage seeks solitude to better understand the flow of the universe and to cultivate a way of life that is in harmony with it. This involves a deep listening and attuning to both the external world and the inner self. The Taoist approach to being alone is thus one of active engagement with the world in its most fundamental aspect, suggesting that solitude can bring about a profound understanding and acceptance of the nature of existence. Turning to Western philosophy, Stoicism's approach to solitude is grounded in the cultivation of inner strength and independence. The Stoic finds in solitude the opportunity to practice virtue and develop an inner citadel, impervious to the fluctuations of fortune and external circumstances. This perspective suggests that solitude can be used as a training ground for developing resilience, emotional regulation, and a deep sense of contentment that is not reliant on external validation or social interaction. Existentialism, with its focus on individual freedom and authenticity, sees solitude as essential to the project of self-definition. In the absence of external influences and societal pressures, the individual is free to explore and define their essence. For existentialists, solitude is thus a state where one can confront the fundamental questions of existence, make authentic choices, and create meaning in a seemingly indifferent universe. In the modern psychological context, the role of being alone is multifaceted. It is seen as crucial for cognitive development, emotional regulation, and creativity. Psychologists recognize the need for periods of solitude to process experiences, reflect on emotions, and develop a coherent sense of self. Authors and thought leaders in contemporary society advocate for a re-evaluation of the role of solitude, challenging the stigma associated with being alone and highlighting the numerous benefits it brings. The exploration of diverse philosophical perspectives on loneliness reveals a rich tapestry of thought. From the Eastern practices that see solitude as a path to spiritual enlightenment and harmony with the universe, to the Western philosophies that emphasize its role in cultivating resilience and authenticity, to modern psychological understandings of its benefits for mental health and personal growth. Each perspective offers valuable insights into the multifaceted nature of solitude. Aristotle's analogy of the solitary individual as akin to a god or wild beast thus serves as a poignant reminder of the extraordinary nature of solitude and its profound impact on human existence. As we end our exploration into the nature of solitude and loneliness, it's important to reflect on the key insights gleaned from various philosophical, psychological, and personal perspectives. Throughout this journey, we've delved into the depths of what it means to be alone, the profound impact it can have on our personal growth, creativity, resilience, inner peace, and authenticity. We've seen how different cultures and philosophical schools view solitude and how these views have evolved over time to shape our modern understanding of this essential human experience. The journey of embracing solitude is not just about discovering the joy and enrichment it brings, but also about understanding and overcoming the fear of loneliness. It involves differentiating between the state of being physically alone and the emotional experience of loneliness. By embracing periods of solitude, we open ourselves to a world of self-discovery and personal growth. We learn to appreciate our own company, understand our deepest desires and fears, and develop a robust sense of self-reliance and independence. The quiet moments spent in self-reflection are invaluable. They are the moments where we grow the most. Moreover, the creative power of solitude cannot be overstated. History is replete with artists, writers, scientists, and thinkers who have found their most profound ideas in the silence of their own company. Solitude provides the space for our thoughts to breathe, for our creativity to flourish, and for our ideas to take shape. It is in these moments that we often find the insights that propel us forward, breaking through barriers and transcending limitations. The significance of solitude isn't just in what we achieve during these times, but also in how it enriches our interactions with the world and with others. A balanced life is one that values both solitude and social interaction. Each complements the other. Solitude enriches our social experiences, and our social experiences, in turn, enrich our moments of solitude. This balance is crucial for a fulfilling and well-rounded life. As we've seen through diverse philosophical perspectives, the value of solitude has been recognized and celebrated across cultures and eras. From the introspective paths of Eastern philosophies to the resilience and authenticity espoused by Western thought and the psychological well-being highlighted by modern thinkers, solitude is a golden thread weaving through the tapestry of human experience. The journey into understanding and embracing solitude is a deeply personal and transformative one. It challenges us to confront our fears, explore our inner worlds, and emerge stronger, more creative, and more authentically ourselves. It teaches us that being alone does not mean being lonely. Instead, it means being in touch with a part of ourselves that is rich, vibrant, and full of potential. Let us step into the embrace of solitude with courage and openness. Let us discover the treasures that lie within our own minds and hearts. Let's remember that, in the quiet moments of being alone, we are in the company of the most important person in our lives, ourselves. And in these moments, we have the opportunity to grow, to create, to reflect, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Remember, solitude is not just a state of being, it's a state of becoming. It's where we meet ourselves, where we dance with our thoughts, where we nurture our dreams, and where we forge our paths. Embrace it, cherish it, and let it guide you to a life of depth, fulfillment, and authentic happiness. What if I told you that the most significant barrier between you and your greatest achievements could be the way you see yourself? This question isn't just a thought experiment or a rhetorical flourish. It's an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment that challenges the very foundations of what you believe is possible for yourself. The key to unlocking your untapped potential, to soaring to new heights of success and fulfillment, lies within a concept so integral to our being, yet so often overlooked: our self-image. Our self-image is not merely a mirror reflecting our current self-perception and identity. It is the architect of our future. It shapes our actions, guides our decisions, and scripts the narrative of our lives. This internal self-portrait is painted with the brushes of our thoughts, beliefs, and experiences, coloring the canvas of our existence. But what happens when the image we hold of ourselves is confined by the narrow frame of our doubts, fears, and perceived limitations? Imagine, for a moment, harnessing a force so potent that it propels you beyond your wildest dreams, simply by shifting the way you view yourself. This is not the stuff of fairy tales or idle fantasy, it's the transformative power of mastering your self-image. By consciously cultivating a self-image that embodies the qualities of the person you aspire to be, you unlock a level of power and potential within yourself that can dramatically alter the course of your life. It's about seeing yourself not as you are, but as you could be, and then taking bold steps toward that vision. "The only limits you have are the ones you believe," said Wayne Dyer, echoing a truth that has been understood by some of the greatest minds in history. Our beliefs about ourselves set the boundaries of our world. They determine what we dare to attempt, what goals we set, and what heights we reach. But what if we could expand those boundaries? What if we could dissolve the barriers we've constructed around our potential and step into a realm of infinite possibility? This is not just about positive thinking or self-affirmation. It's about fundamentally reimagining our self-concept to unleash a version of ourselves that is more powerful, more resilient, and more aligned with our deepest aspirations. It requires a willingness to confront and discard the limiting beliefs that have held us back, to replace them with a vision of ourselves that is capable of achieving extraordinary things. As we embark on this exploration together, we will draw upon the wisdom of the ages, from the reflections of ancient philosophers to the insights of modern psychologists. Each offers a unique key to unlocking the boundless power that resides within our self-image. Plato challenged us to know ourselves. Carl Jung taught us about the shadow and the unconscious aspects of our personality. Viktor Frankl showed us the transformative power of finding meaning in the face of suffering. Each of these thinkers, and many others, understood in their own way that the journey toward achieving our full potential begins with how we see ourselves. I invite you to join me on a voyage of discovery, a quest to redefine the boundaries of what you believe is possible for yourself. Together, we will explore how changing your self-image can not only change your life, but can indeed make you powerful beyond belief. Let this be the moment you decide to take control of your destiny. To paint your self-portrait not as a testament to who you are, but as a blueprint for who you will become. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. This profound statement by Plato not only echoes through the ages, but also forms the bedrock of our understanding of self-image. At the heart of this exploration lies Plato's allegory of the cave, a seminal concept from the Republic that offers a powerful metaphor for the human condition and our perception of reality, including the intricate construct of self-perception. Plato invites us to envision prisoners chained inside a dark cave from birth, facing a blank wall. Behind them burns a fire, and between the fire and the prisoners is a parapet along which puppeteers can walk. The prisoners cannot see one another or the puppeteers behind them. All they can see are the shadows cast by the fire on the wall of the cave in front of them. These shadows become the prisoner's reality, but as Plato suggests, this reality is a mere shadow of the true form of reality. The allegory serves as a profound metaphor for the human experience, where often our perception of reality is confined to the shadows on the wall, distorted and incomplete. The process of breaking free from the cave is emblematic of the journey of self-discovery and the quest to develop a more accurate and empowering self-image. Just as the prisoner in the allegory who escapes the cave and experiences the outside world for the first time, we too can break free from the confines of our perceived limitations and the distorted reflections of ourselves shaped by societal expectations and personal insecurities. This journey from darkness into light, from illusion to truth, is fraught with challenges and discomfort. Yet it is precisely this journey that leads to the greatest victory of all: conquering oneself. The escape from the cave does not merely symbolize an awakening to the external world, but represents a profound inner transformation. It is the realization that the shadows which have defined our existence are but illusions, and that a more authentic and potent self awaits beyond the confines of our current self-perception. This realization demands a radical reassessment of who we are, who we want to be, and the self-imposed narratives that limit our potential. It requires us to question the veracity of the shadows and to seek the source of light, which in the context of self-image translates to seeking truth and knowledge beyond our immediate perceptions and experiences. The importance of this journey cannot be overstated. In seeking truth beyond the shadows, we embark on a path of self-discovery that challenges the very essence of our being. It compels us to confront our fears, to question the beliefs we hold about ourselves, and to dismantle the barriers we have constructed around our potential. This path is not easy, for it demands that we step out of the comfort of the familiar, to risk the safety of the cave for the uncertainty of the light. Yet it is only by undertaking this journey that we can hope to develop a self-image that truly reflects our capabilities, aspirations, and authentic selves. Plato's allegory teaches us that our self-image is often a reflection of the shadows cast by the fire of societal expectations, cultural norms, and personal insecurities. We are, in many ways, prisoners of our own minds, chained by the distorted perceptions that we mistake for reality. However, the allegory also offers a message of hope and liberation. It reminds us that beyond the cave of our limitations lies a world brimming with possibility, and that the journey towards this light begins with the decision to question, to seek, and to liberate oneself from the chains of conformity and self-doubt. This journey of self-discovery and the development of a more accurate and empowering self-image is not merely about personal enlightenment or the pursuit of individual success. It is about realizing our collective potential as human beings to create, to innovate, and to contribute to the betterment of society. It is about recognizing that each of us has within us the power to shape not only our destiny, but also the destiny of the world around us. Plato's allegory of the cave serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of conquering oneself, of breaking free from the shadows that limit our perception of who we are and who we can become. It challenges us to seek truth and knowledge beyond our immediate perceptions and experiences, to build a self-image that is not confined by the shadows of societal expectations and self-imposed limitations. This journey towards self-conquest and the development of an empowering self-image is perhaps the most noble and transformative quest we can undertake, a quest that leads not only to personal fulfillment, but also to the realization of our fullest potential as contributors to the greater good of humanity. To confront a person with their shadow is to show them their own light. This insightful observation by Carl Jung introduces us to the profound depth of our subconscious mind and the role it plays in shaping our self-image. Jung's exploration of the shadow self, a concept representing the parts of our identity that we deny or ignore, provides a compelling framework for understanding the complex interplay between our conscious perceptions and the unseen forces that influence them. Jung posited that our subconscious is a repository for both the aspects of ourselves we choose to reject or ignore and the immense potential we have yet to acknowledge. This shadow self is not merely a negative force, rather it encompasses everything outside the light of our conscious awareness, including traits that could be positive if acknowledged and integrated into our persona. The process of recognizing and engaging with our shadow is integral to achieving a holistic and authentic self-image. It invites us to embrace the full spectrum of our being, both the light and the dark. The challenge and opportunity presented by Jung's concept of the shadow self lie in the journey of self-discovery it necessitates. Confronting our shadow is no easy task. It requires courage, introspection, and the willingness to face aspects of ourselves we might prefer to ignore. However, this confrontation is essential for personal growth. It allows us to see our own light, the unique strengths, talents, and potentials that we possess, but may have overshadowed by fear, insecurity, or societal pressures. Integrating our shadow into our conscious self-image does more than broaden our understanding of who we are, it transforms the way we interact with the world. By acknowledging and embracing the parts of ourselves we have kept in the dark, we dismantle the barriers to self-acceptance and self-expression. This integration fosters a more cohesive and positive self-image, one that encompasses the full complexity of our nature. It enables us to move through life with greater authenticity and purpose as our actions and decisions become more aligned with our true selves. Moreover, Jung's ideas on the subconscious extend beyond the individual to touch upon the collective subconscious, shared themes and archetypes that transcend personal experience. This collective aspect highlights the universality of the human experience, suggesting that the journey to integrate our shadow is not only a personal endeavor, but also a collective one. By exploring and integrating the shadows within ourselves, we contribute to a larger process of societal transformation, where the light of collective consciousness is made brighter by the acknowledgement and integration of its darker parts. The lesson to be drawn from Jung's exploration of the subconscious and the shadow self is profound. Recognizing and integrating our subconscious perceptions can lead to a more cohesive and positive self-image. This journey towards integration is not about eliminating the shadow or overcoming it in some final battle. Rather, it is about acknowledging that the shadow is an integral part of our being. It involves learning from the shadow, understanding its messages, and allowing it to guide us towards a deeper, more nuanced understanding of ourselves. Integrating the shadow self into our conscious identity is akin to weaving together disparate threads to form a stronger, more vibrant tapestry. It is a process of transformation that requires patience, compassion, and the willingness to embrace the full complexity of our being. As we undertake this journey, we discover that the light we seek is not found by turning away from the darkness, but by venturing into it, armed with the knowledge that the darkest shadows often hide the brightest lights. Carl Jung's insights into the power of the subconscious and the role of the shadow self in shaping our self-image offer a transformative lens through which we can view ourselves and our potential. By confronting and integrating our shadow, we not only illuminate the unseen aspects of our identity, but also unlock a more authentic, empowered version of ourselves. This journey of self-discovery and integration is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the boundless capacity for growth that lies within each of us. Hell is other people. This stark assertion by Jean-Paul Sartre in his play No Exit captures a profound existential insight into the nature of self and the other. Sartre's philosophy, deeply rooted in existentialism, posits that our encounters with others are not merely social or relational occurrences, but fundamental events that shape our self-image and our very being. This perspective offers a compelling lens through which to explore the complex dynamics of relationships and self-perception. At the heart of Sartre's exploration is the concept of the look, le regard, which suggests that the mere gaze of another person can transform our experience of ourselves. This transformation is not benign. It is a profound alteration where we become objectified in the eyes of the other, losing the fluid subjectivity of our own experience. We are, in essence, made into an object among objects, stripped of our nuanced self-perception and reduced to the attributes that the other sees in us. This experience, according to Sartre, is a source of existential shame, not because of any moral failing, but because it confronts us with the disconcerting reality of being seen, of being defined by another. This existential framework radically shifts our understanding of how relationships and interactions with others shape our self-image. It underscores the power of external perceptions in molding, and at times, distorting our sense of self. The gaze of the other can confine us within a version of ourselves that feels alien or constraining, leading to a self-image that reflects not our authentic being, but an amalgamation of external judgments and labels. However, Sartre's philosophy also illuminates the path to reclaiming our self-image from the objectifying gaze of the other. This path is rooted in the assertion of our freedom and autonomy, the recognition that, despite the power of the look to define us, we remain the ultimate authors of our identity and existence. Sartre's existentialism calls us to embrace our radical freedom to define ourselves, to resist the reduction of our being to the objectified image seen by the other, and to assert our subjectivity in the face of external perceptions. The lesson here is multifaceted. On one hand, it is a caution against allowing our self-image to be unduly influenced by how others see us. Sartre's insight invites us to critically examine the extent to which our self-perception is colored by the desires, expectations, and judgments of those around us. It challenges us to ask whether we are living authentically, in accordance with our own values and aspirations, or if we are merely reflecting an image crafted in the crucible of social interaction. On the other hand, Sartre's philosophy offers a vision of empowerment. It affirms the possibility of autonomy in crafting our self-image, suggesting that while we may not control how others see us, we retain the power to define who we are. This autonomy is not easily won. It demands a relentless commitment to self-exploration and the courage to assert our individuality, even in the face of misunderstanding or rejection. Moreover, Sartre's exploration of the look and its impact on self-image invites a deeper reflection on the nature of empathy and understanding in human relationships. While the gaze of the other can objectify and constrain, it also holds the potential for genuine connection and recognition. The challenge, then, is to engage with others in a way that respects both our autonomy and theirs, fostering relationships that reflect a mutual acknowledgement of freedom and subjectivity. His philosophy reveals the complex interplay between external perceptions and personal autonomy, challenging us to navigate the delicate balance between being seen by others and seeing ourselves. Through Sartre's lens, we are invited to confront the existential reality of the look, to assert our freedom in the face of objectification, and to craft a self-image that is authentically ours. This journey is not without its challenges, but it is a crucial endeavor for anyone seeking to live authentically, empowered by a self-image that truly reflects the depth and complexity of their being. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. With this provocative statement, Albert Camus challenges us to confront the absurdity of our existence and to find within it the freedom to create ourselves. His philosophy, deeply rooted in the concept of the absurd, confronts us with a paradox: the human quest for meaning and order in a universe that is silent and indifferent. Camus introduces us to the absurd as a fundamental part of the human condition. This absurdity arises from the conflict between our desire for understanding, meaning, and purpose, and the reality of a universe that offers no clear answers or intrinsic values. Recognizing the absurdity of life, according to Camus, is not an endpoint, but the first step toward a meaningful existence. It is the awakening to a truth that frees us from the illusions of certainty and permanence. When we confront the absurd, we confront the limitations of our own reason and the unpredictability of the world around us. This realization can be disorienting, even paralyzing, as it challenges the foundations upon which we've built our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Yet, Camus argues, it is precisely this confrontation that can lead to liberation. Acknowledging the absurdity of striving for a coherent, unified self-image in a chaotic and indifferent universe allows us to let go of rigid identities and unrealistic expectations. Instead, we can begin to construct a self-image that embraces flexibility, resilience, and authenticity. This self-image is not fixed, but fluid, capable of adapting and evolving in response to the ever-changing landscape of our lives. The myth of Sisyphus, one of Camus' most enduring metaphors, illustrates the human struggle against the absurd. Sisyphus, condemned to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity, only to watch it roll back down each time, embodies the human condition. Yet, Camus finds in Sisyphus's ceaseless labor a model for our own existence. Embracing our tasks, however futile they may seem, with awareness and defiance, turns our struggle into a victory. the myth teaches us that the value of our efforts lies not in their success or in the approval they garner from others, but in the act of striving itself. This perspective encourages us to see the process of shaping our self-image as an ongoing act of creation, one that finds meaning in persistence and engagement rather than in a final product. Rebellion for Camus is a fundamental response to the absurd. It is not a denial of the absurdity of existence, but an affirmation of our own values and identity in the face of it. This act of rebellion is deeply personal and profoundly political. It is the assertion of our individuality against the forces that seek to define us by external standards. Through rebellion, we declare that our lives and identities are our own, to shape, guided by our values, desires, and aspirations. This defiance is the essence of freedom, according to Camus, and it is in this freedom that we find the strength to forge a self-image that is authentic and self-determined. Camus' philosophy does not offer easy answers or comforting illusions. Instead, it demands of us a relentless honesty and courage in facing the absurdity of our existence. It challenges us to find within this absurdity the freedom to create ourselves, to continuously redefine our self-image in the face of an indifferent universe. This process of self-creation and recreation, grounded in the acceptance of absurdity and fueled by the spirit of rebellion, is what imbues our lives with meaning and dignity. In embracing Camus' call to rebellion, we embrace the possibility of a self-image that is not bestowed upon us by fate, society, or any external authority, but one that we craft for ourselves through our choices, actions, and the values we uphold. This self-image is an act of defiance against the absurd, a declaration of our freedom and our refusal to be defined by the limitations of the world. It is, in the most profound sense, the expression of our very existence as an act of rebellion, a testament to the power of the human spirit to find meaning, purpose, and beauty in the face of the great silence of the universe. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Viktor Frankl's profound insight lays the foundation for understanding the intricate relationship between self-image and the pursuit of meaning. As a neurologist, psychiatrist, and Holocaust survivor, Frankl's experiences led him to develop logotherapy, a form of existential analysis that emphasizes the human search for meaning as the primary motivational force in life. This perspective offers a powerful lens through which to examine how finding purpose and meaning is essential to constructing a resilient and empowering self-image. Logotherapy is predicated on the belief that the striving to find a meaning in one's life is the primary, most powerful, motivating, and driving force in humans. Frankl posits that when individuals face unavoidable suffering, the search for meaning becomes even more crucial. This search is not just an abstract quest, but a deeply personal endeavor that shapes our perception of ourselves and our place in the world. According to Frankl, there are three main avenues through which one can find meaning: by creating a work or doing a deed, by experiencing something or encountering someone, and by the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. Each of these paths provides insight into how individuals can craft a self-image that is not only resilient in the face of adversity, but also deeply enriched by a sense of purpose. The first avenue, creating work or performing deeds, ties one's self-image to the act of contribution and creativity. When individuals engage in activities that they find meaningful, whether through their professional work, personal projects, or acts of kindness towards others, they develop a sense of efficacy and self-worth. This sense of contribution reinforces a self-image that is active, capable, and impactful in the world. It reflects an understanding of oneself as a being with the power to effect change and create value, thus fostering a deep sense of personal significance. The second path to meaning, experiencing something, or encountering someone highlights the role of love, beauty, and connection in shaping our self-image. Through the depth of our relationships and the intensity of our experiences, we discover aspects of ourselves that may have remained hidden. By valuing beauty, art, nature, or deep relationships, individuals can see themselves reflected in the world around them, affirming their existence and worth. This connection to something greater than oneself broadens the scope of one's self-image, integrating it with the richness of life's experiences and the depth of human relationships. The third avenue, adopting an attitude toward unavoidable suffering, challenges individuals to reshape their self-image in the face of circumstances that cannot be changed. Frankl argues that even in the most painful situations, individuals have the freedom to choose their attitude. This choice becomes a testament to one's inner strength and resilience. By choosing hope, dignity, and courage in the face of suffering, individuals craft a self-image that is not diminished by their circumstances, but is instead elevated by their response to them. This aspect of logotherapy underscores the power of the human spirit to transcend adversity through the meaning found in suffering. Frankl's logotherapy teaches us that the quest for meaning is inherently linked to our self-image. As we navigate life's challenges and joys, the meanings we attach to our experiences shape who we are and how we see ourselves. A self-image built on the foundation of purpose and meaning is not static. It evolves with every decision, every relationship, and every hurdle we overcome. This dynamic self-image is resilient, for it is rooted in the understanding that life's value is not diminished by hardship, but is instead made manifest through our capacity to find meaning in every moment. Viktor Frankl's philosophy offers a profound message. Our self-image is ultimately a reflection of our engagement with life's most profound question, the search for meaning. This search challenges us to look beyond the surface of our experiences and to delve into the depths of our being. It invites us to redefine our self-image not by the external markers of success or failure, but by our inner landscape of values, relationships, and responses to life's inherent challenges. By embracing Frankl's wisdom, we learn that building a resilient and empowering self-image is an ongoing journey of discovering purpose and meaning in the tapestry of our lives. Through this journey, we come to see ourselves not as victims of circumstance, but as authors of our destiny, capable of infusing our lives with depth, dignity, and significance. Crafting a powerful self-image is an art as much as it is a science, requiring a commitment to introspection, honesty, and continual growth. The practical steps outlined offer a roadmap to developing a self-image that is both resilient and aligned with one's deepest values and aspirations. Each step, while distinct, interweaves with the others to form a comprehensive approach to self-discovery and personal development. Engaging in self-reflection is the cornerstone of this process. It's about initiating a dialogue with oneself that transcends the superficial levels of daily existence to reach the core of one's being. This self-dialogue can be facilitated through various means, such as journaling, which offers a canvas to articulate thoughts, fears, dreams, and reflections. Meditation provides a space for quiet introspection, allowing one to observe the flow of thoughts without attachment, fostering a deeper understanding of one's inner workings. Engaging in dialogue with a trusted friend or therapist can mirror aspects of oneself that are difficult to see independently. This reflective practice is essential not just for understanding one's current self-image, but for laying the groundwork for the person one aspires to become. The journey of confronting and integrating your shadow can be both daunting and liberating. This step requires one to venture into the less explored caverns of the psyche, bringing to light the parts of oneself that have been relegated to the shadows. This exploration is not for the faint of heart, as it involves confronting fears, biases, and aspects of oneself that may be the source of shame or discomfort. However, the act of uncovering these hidden parts and acknowledging their existence is profoundly healing. By integrating these shadow aspects into the conscious self, one achieves a more holistic and authentic self-image. This process of integration fosters a sense of wholeness and self-acceptance, vital for personal growth and self-compassion. Setting meaningful goals serves as a compass that guides one's journey toward a desired future. These goals, rooted in one's values and aspirations, provide direction and a sense of purpose. They act as benchmarks for progress, offering a tangible way to measure one's growth and achievements. However, the essence of this step lies not in the attainment of the goals, but in the process of striving towards them. It's about the lessons learned, the resilience built, and the sense of fulfillment derived from pursuing something that resonates with one's core values. Regularly revisiting and adjusting these goals ensures that they remain aligned with one's evolving self-image and life circumstances, allowing for flexibility and adaptation. Practicing mindfulness and present moment awareness invites a shift in perspective, where the focus is on the here and now, rather than being caught up in past regrets or future anxieties. This practice cultivates a state of being that is fully engaged with the present, fostering a deep appreciation for the richness of the current moment. Mindfulness enhances self-awareness, allowing one to recognize and savor the beauty, joy, and even the pain of the immediate experience without the need for judgment or attachment. This heightened awareness enriches one's self-image by grounding it in the authenticity of present experiences, reducing the reliance on past identities or future aspirations for validation. Embracing the absurd and cultivating resilience is about recognizing the inherent unpredictability and chaos of life and finding strength and meaning within this recognition. The absurd, as highlighted by Albert Camus, refers to the clash between our search for inherent value and meaning in life and the universe's indifferent response. Embracing this absurdity doesn't lead to despair, but rather empowers one to forge personal meaning and resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. By accepting the absurdity of existence and choosing to smile in its face, one develops a self-image that is adaptable, resilient, and anchored in personal strength and creativity. This resilience enables one to navigate life's challenges with grace, humor, and an unwavering commitment to one's values and purpose. In weaving together these steps, self-reflection, shadow integration, goal setting, mindfulness, and embracing absurdity, one embarks on a profound journey of self-discovery and development. This journey is marked by moments of vulnerability, courage, and profound insight, leading to the crafting of a powerful self-image that is authentic, resilient, and deeply aligned with one's true essence. The journey through the insights of some of the most influential thinkers on the subject of self-image reveals a complex tapestry of wisdom that underscores the profound impact our self-perception has on our lives. From Plato's allegory, reminding us of the importance of seeking truth beyond our immediate perceptions, to Carl Jung's exploration of the shadow self, each philosopher offers a unique lens through which we can understand and enhance our self-image. Plato challenges us to break free from the shadows of societal expectations and self-imposed limitations, urging us to seek a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Carl Jung invites us to confront and integrate our shadow, illuminating the parts of ourselves we might prefer to ignore, but which hold the key to our wholeness and authenticity. Jean-Paul Sartre explores the impact of external perceptions and the importance of asserting our own existence through choices that reflect our true selves. While Albert Camus celebrates the strength and freedom that comes from embracing life's inherent absurdity, encouraging us to forge our own meaning in the face of an indifferent universe. Viktor Frankl, with his focus on the search for meaning, reminds us that even in the darkest of times, we have the power to choose our attitude, find purpose, and thus shape a resilient and empowering self-image. These thinkers, in their collective wisdom, emphasize the power of self-image not just as a reflection of who we are, but as a force that shapes our reality, our interactions, and our destiny. They call us to engage in deep self-reflection, to recognize and embrace our complexities, and to continually strive for authenticity in a world that often pressures us to conform. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery and self-creation, let us hold close the words of Oscar Wilde. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. This simple yet profound advice serves as a beacon, guiding us toward the realization that our greatest strength lies in our uniqueness, in the authentic expression of our being. Our self-image, when rooted in authenticity, becomes not just a mirror reflecting our inner world, but a canvas on which we paint our destiny, a story written in the ink of our choices, beliefs, and actions. So to you, I extend an invitation to embark on this journey of self-exploration and transformation. Consider the profound impact your self-image has on your path to success and fulfillment. Embrace the challenge of sculpting a self-image that truly reflects your deepest values, aspirations, and unique essence. Remember, the quest for an empowering self-image is a journey not of destination, but of continuous evolution, a dance between who you are and who you aspire to be. Let this video serve as a starting point, a spark that ignites your curiosity and fuels your passion for self-discovery. The path ahead is yours to shape, with each step an opportunity to affirm your existence, to celebrate your uniqueness, and to craft a life that resonates with the truth of who you are. Be bold, be brave, and above all, be true to yourself, for in your authenticity lies your power. May you move forward with the courage to be yourself, the wisdom to embrace your journey, and the strength to create a life of meaning and fulfillment. In the vast expanse of human history, philosophy has stood as a beacon of wisdom, guiding countless individuals through the complexities of life. Far from being a mere academic pursuit, philosophy offers a treasure trove of practical tools for personal development, tools that have stood the test of time and remain as relevant today as they were centuries ago. This journey we are about to embark upon is not just about understanding these philosophical ideas. It's about transforming them into actionable insights that can profoundly impact our daily lives. We live in an age where information overload and constant digital noise can drown out the timeless wisdom that has guided humanity for ages. In this context, turning to philosophy is not just an intellectual exercise. It's a means of reclaiming control over the chaos of modern existence. Our exploration will traverse 7 different philosophical ideas, each originating from a distinct branch or school of thought. These ideas are not just random selections from the annals of philosophy, they are carefully chosen for their profound practicality and their potential to catalyze personal growth and understanding. From the Stoic wisdom of ancient Rome to the existential insights of 20th century France, from the contemplative practices of Eastern spirituality to the ethical musings of Greek academia, each idea presents a unique perspective on life and how to live it more fully. The Stoics taught us about the art of indifference, highlighting the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This principle, deeply rooted in Stoicism, offers a powerful tool for managing stress and anxiety in today's fast-paced world. Then there's Nietzsche's electrifying concept of the will to power, which pushes us to embrace challenges and transform them into opportunities for growth, a lesson increasingly relevant in our competitive and rapidly evolving society. We will also delve into the Socratic method of questioning, a practice that encourages us to challenge our assumptions and beliefs, leading to greater self-awareness and clarity. Aristotle's golden mean teaches us about the virtue of balance, a much-needed perspective in a world of extremes. The existentialists, led by thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre, remind us of the profound responsibility we have in shaping our destinies, a call to personal empowerment in an era where many feel powerless. Buddhism's teaching on non-attachment offers a path to peace and contentment in a world obsessed with material possessions and fleeting pleasures. Finally, we turn to Plato and his theory of forms, which encourages us to strive towards our highest ideals, a journey of self-realization in a world often dominated by superficiality. Each of these ideas not only represents a different philosophical tradition, but also offers unique insights into living a more fulfilled and meaningful life. They challenge us to think deeply, act ethically, and live purposefully. This is not just a series of lectures, it's an invitation to engage with ideas that have shaped human thought for millennia and to apply them in a world that seems to have forgotten their value. As we embark on this journey together, we'll discover that philosophy is not just about lofty thoughts and abstract theories. It's about real life. It's about our struggles, our dreams, our fears, and our hopes. It's about finding light in darkness, strength in adversity, and wisdom in uncertainty. So let us begin this journey with open minds and hearts, ready to explore how ancient wisdom can illuminate our paths in the modern world. Welcome to a journey through the timeless wisdom of philosophy, a journey that promises not just to enlighten, but to transform. Idea 1. The Stoic Art of Indifference. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. These profound words by Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher, encapsulate a fundamental principle of Stoicism, the art of indifference. Stoicism, a school of philosophy that flourished in ancient Greece and Rome, teaches us a powerful lesson about differentiating between what is within our control and what is not. This simple yet profound understanding can be a game changer in our daily lives. Stoicism tells us that much of our discontent and anguish stems from focusing on and trying to control the uncontrollable. We agonize over the outcomes of our actions, the behavior of others, or the state of the world, most of which are beyond our direct control. The Stoic approach invites us to redirect our energy towards what we can control: our thoughts, our attitudes, and our actions. It's a philosophy that does not just ask us to accept our lack of control over external events, but to embrace it, finding freedom in recognizing the limits of our power. The concept of indifference in Stoicism does not mean apathy or lack of concern. Instead, it signifies an objective, detached approach to things outside our control. It's about maintaining an inner tranquility and composure, regardless of external circumstances. This state of equanimity doesn't come naturally to most of us, but it can be cultivated through practices like mindfulness and proactive problem solving. Mindfulness, a practice often associated with Buddhist meditation, but equally relevant in the Stoic context, involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts and actions without being overly reactive or overwhelmed. It's about observing our thoughts, especially our tendency to worry about things beyond our control, and gently steering our focus back to what we can influence. Mindfulness helps us cultivate a sense of inner peace, even amidst chaos. Proactive problem solving, another application of Stoicism, involves identifying what aspects of a situation we can influence and taking action on them. It's about adopting a solution-focused mindset rather than a problem-focused one. When we encounter challenges, whether in the workplace, in our personal relationships, or in other areas of life, the Stoic approach encourages us to dissect these challenges and identify actionable steps. Instead of dwelling on the unfairness of a situation or the behavior of others, we focus on our response and our strategies for moving forward. This philosophy is particularly beneficial in handling stress at work. In a professional environment, challenges are inevitable. From tight deadlines to difficult colleagues, the potential sources of stress are numerous. However, when we apply the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control, we shift from being passive victims of our circumstances to active navigators. We can't control the deadline, but we can control how we manage our time. We can't control a colleague's attitude, but we can control our reaction to it. This shift in perspective not only reduces anxiety and frustration, but also makes us more effective and resilient. In personal relationships, the Stoic art of indifference teaches us to accept people as they are, not as we wish them to be. It invites us to let go of the need to control or change others, a common source of friction in relationships. Instead, we focus on our behavior, our boundaries, and our responses. This doesn't mean that we become passive or uncaring. Rather, we engage more healthily and constructively, acknowledging that the only true change we can effect is within ourselves. The application of Stoic principles in daily life goes beyond managing stress or improving relationships. It's a comprehensive approach to life that encourages us to find contentment and joy in our own actions and character rather than in external circumstances or possessions. It teaches us to embrace life's challenges, not as obstacles on our path, but as opportunities to practice virtue, resilience, and inner strength. In essence, the Stoic art of indifference is not about disengaging from the world. It's about engaging with it more wisely, with a clear understanding of our sphere of influence and a calm acceptance of what lies beyond it. It's a powerful tool in our quest for a more peaceful, productive, and purposeful life. A tool that helps us navigate the complexities of the modern world with grace and composure. By embracing Stoicism's teachings, we can transform not only how we view the world, but how we interact with it, leading to a life of greater fulfillment and tranquility. Idea 2. Nietzsche's will to power. What does not kill me makes me stronger. This bold declaration by Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most provocative and influential philosophers of the 19th century, captures the essence of his philosophy of the will to power. Nietzsche's concept challenges us to rethink our approach to life's trials and tribulations, viewing them not as burdens, but as catalysts for growth and self-discovery. At the heart of Nietzsche's philosophy is the belief that the fundamental drive in human beings is not merely the will to survive, but the will to assert and expand one's power and influence. This will to power is not about domination over others. Rather, it's about overcoming oneself and the challenges life presents. It's a call to embrace our struggles, to find meaning in them, and to use them as stepping stones to achieve our fullest potential. His idea urges us to reconsider our relationship with adversity. In a world that often promotes comfort and ease, Nietzsche invites us to seek out challenges, to step out of our comfort zones, and to see every difficulty as an opportunity for personal growth. Embracing Nietzsche's will to power means pursuing personal passions with vigor and determination. It's about setting ambitious goals and relentlessly chasing them, not being deterred by the fear of failure or the lure of complacency. Whether it's in our careers, our hobbies, or our personal development, this philosophy encourages us to push our boundaries, to explore our limits, and to constantly seek ways to improve and evolve. This mindset has profound implications for how we handle obstacles. Instead of viewing them as roadblocks to our goals, we see them as integral parts of the journey. Each challenge becomes a test of our resolve, a chance to refine our skills, and an opportunity to demonstrate our commitment to our aspirations. By adopting this approach, we transform the very nature of struggle. It becomes a source of strength and confidence, rather than a cause of fear and doubt. In the professional realm, Nietzsche's philosophy can be transformative. In a competitive and ever-changing world, the will to power drives us to innovate, to lead, and to strive for excellence. It encourages a proactive approach to career development, where challenges are embraced as opportunities to showcase our abilities and to distinguish ourselves. This philosophy teaches us to find fulfillment not just in achieving our goals, but in the journey towards them, in the hard work, the learning, and the personal growth that come with pursuing our professional passions. On a personal level, embracing the will to power means engaging in constant self-reflection and self-improvement. It's about being honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses, and actively working to enhance our character. This continuous process of self-overcoming is at the core of Nietzsche's philosophy. It's a lifelong journey of becoming who we truly are, of realizing our potential, and of living our lives with purpose and passion. Moreover, this concept can help us navigate the complexities of our relationships and social interactions. By focusing on personal growth and self-overcoming, we can approach our relationships with more confidence, assertiveness, and authenticity. This philosophy encourages us to be true to ourselves in our interactions with others, to express our thoughts and feelings honestly, and to establish relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. However, it's important to approach the idea of will to power with balance and mindfulness. It's not about reckless ambition or disregarding the well-being of others in pursuit of our goals. Rather, it's about finding a harmonious way to assert our will, to achieve our objectives, and to contribute positively to the world around us. It's about understanding that true power comes from within, from our ability to overcome our inner demons, to grow from our experiences, and to live our lives with integrity and purpose. Friedrich Nietzsche's will to power is a powerful philosophical concept that can profoundly impact how we approach life. It encourages us to see challenges as opportunities for growth, to pursue our passions with determination, and to continuously strive for self-improvement. By embracing this mindset, we can lead a more vibrant, empowered, and fulfilling existence, both personally and professionally. It's a philosophy that doesn't promise an easy journey, but it does promise a meaningful and rewarding one, filled with personal triumphs and the joy of self-discovery. Idea 3. Socratic questioning. The unexamined life is not worth living. This profound assertion by Socrates, one of the greatest philosophers of ancient Greece, captures the essence of the Socratic method, a form of inquiry and debate designed to stimulate critical thinking and illuminate ideas. The Socratic method isn't just a pedagogical tool. It's a powerful technique for self-examination and personal growth, as relevant today as it was in ancient Athens. At its core, the Socratic method is about questioning our beliefs, our assumptions, our values, and the very way we perceive the world. It's a method that encourages us to delve deeper into our thought processes, to uncover the foundations of our convictions, and to rigorously test their validity. This relentless pursuit of questioning leads to a kind of intellectual and spiritual awakening, a realization that true wisdom lies in understanding the limits of our knowledge. Implementing the Socratic method in daily life begins with cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness. It involves adopting a stance of genuine inquiry in our interactions with the world around us. When confronted with a belief or an assumption, whether our own or someone else's, the Socratic approach prompts us to ask probing questions. Why do I believe this? What evidence supports this belief? Are there alternative perspectives I haven't considered? This method of inquiry can be applied to all areas of life, from the personal to the professional, from the mundane to the profound. For instance, consider the realm of personal fears and prejudices. These often unexamined beliefs can have a profound impact on our behavior and attitudes. By applying Socratic questioning, we can begin to unravel the underlying causes of these fears and biases. If we find ourselves anxious about a new venture or opportunity, asking ourselves why we feel this way can reveal hidden doubts or past experiences that shape our current mindset. Similarly, examining the root causes of our prejudices can lead to greater empathy and understanding, breaking down barriers that divide us. The Socratic method also teaches us to embrace the complexity of the world. In a society that often seeks simple answers to complex questions, this method encourages us to appreciate nuance and ambiguity. It teaches us that not all questions have straightforward answers, and that's okay. This realization can lead to more informed and nuanced decisions as we learn to navigate the complexities of life with a more thoughtful and open-minded approach. Moreover, this method of inquiry fosters a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. By continually questioning our beliefs and assumptions, we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We come to understand our motivations, our values, and our goals more clearly. This self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal development, leading to more authentic and fulfilling lives. The Socratic method also has significant implications for our social interactions and community involvement. In an era marked by polarization and echo chambers, this method of questioning and open dialogue can bridge divides and foster mutual understanding. By engaging in Socratic inquiry with others, we not only broaden our own perspectives but also contribute to a more thoughtful and empathetic society. However, implementing the Socratic method requires patience and humility. It involves acknowledging that we don't have all the answers and that our understanding of the world is always evolving. It requires the courage to challenge our deepest convictions and the openness to change our minds in the face of new evidence or arguments. This intellectual humility is a virtue in itself, fostering a lifelong love of learning and a willingness to grow and adapt. The Socratic method is much more than a philosophical tool. It's a way of life. It's a method that encourages us to question, to explore, to understand, and ultimately to grow. By embracing this method in our daily lives, we can develop a deeper understanding of ourselves, make more informed decisions, and engage more constructively with the world around us. It's a journey that promises not only intellectual enrichment, but also personal and spiritual growth, leading us to live lives that are not only examined but truly worth living. Idea 4. Aristotle's Golden Mean. Virtue is the golden mean between two vices, the one of excess and the other of deficiency. This insightful thought by Aristotle, one of the most influential philosophers in history, introduces us to the concept of the golden mean, a cornerstone of virtue ethics. Aristotle's idea of the golden mean is a call to moderation, an encouragement to find the right balance in all aspects of life. It's a principle that transcends time, offering timeless wisdom for achieving harmony and well-being. The essence of the golden mean lies in avoiding extremes. According to Aristotle, Every virtue lies at a midpoint between two extremes of excess and deficiency. For instance, courage is a virtue that lies between the extremes of recklessness and cowardice. Generosity stands between prodigality and stinginess. This concept can be applied to virtually every aspect of human behavior and decision-making, offering a balanced approach to living a virtuous and fulfilling life. In the context of everyday life, applying the golden mean involves a conscious effort to find balance. Take, for example, the balance between work and leisure. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the extremes, working excessively without adequate rest, or, conversely, indulging in leisure at the expense of productivity. The golden mean teaches us to strive for a balance that allows for both professional fulfillment and personal relaxation, recognizing that both are essential for a well-rounded life. Similarly, consider the balance between courage and caution. In our personal and professional lives, we're often faced with situations that require us to take risks. Courage is necessary to seize opportunities and confront challenges, but excessive risk-taking can lead to recklessness. On the other hand, too much caution can lead to missed opportunities and a life constrained by fear. The golden mean encourages us to find a balance, to be courageous enough to take calculated risks while being cautious enough to consider potential consequences. The concept of the golden mean also extends to our emotional lives. Emotions like anger, joy, or sadness are natural, but when they are experienced in extremes, they can be destructive. Aristotle encourages us to experience these emotions in the right amount, at the right time, and for the right reasons. This balanced approach to our emotions allows us to respond to life situations in a way that is appropriate and constructive. In practicing this idea, self-reflection becomes crucial. It requires us to be mindful of our tendencies towards excess or deficiency in various areas of our lives. This might involve introspection and possibly keeping a journal to track our behaviors and attitudes. By regularly reflecting on our actions and choices, we can identify patterns of behavior that veer towards excess or deficiency and make conscious efforts to correct them. Another key aspect of practicing the golden mean is flexibility and adaptability. What constitutes a mean in one situation might be different in another. For example, what is considered courageous in one scenario might be reckless in another. The golden mean is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It requires us to be discerning and to adapt our behaviors to the specifics of each situation. Moreover, Aristotle's concept is deeply connected to the idea of personal growth and development. By constantly striving to find the right balance in our lives, we engage in a process of continual self-improvement. This pursuit of balance challenges us to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves, our values, and our goals. It encourages us to grow and evolve, not just in terms of our actions, but also in our character. However, finding this balance is not always straightforward. It requires practice, patience, and perseverance. It involves making mistakes and learning from them. It demands a level of self-awareness and honesty that can be challenging to achieve. Yet, the pursuit of the golden mean is a rewarding journey, leading to a life of harmony, satisfaction, and virtue. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean offers a powerful framework for living a balanced and ethical life. It challenges us to navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and moderation, avoiding the pitfalls of excess and deficiency. By embracing this concept, we can lead lives that are not only more balanced and harmonious, but also more virtuous and fulfilling. The golden mean is not just a philosophical idea. It's a practical guide to living well, a path to achieving a good and meaningful life. Idea 5. Existential responsibility. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. This profound statement by Friedrich Nietzsche encapsulates a central tenet of existential philosophy: the significance of finding personal meaning in life. Existentialism, a philosophical movement that gained prominence in the 20th century, posits that life inherently lacks inherent meaning. It is up to each individual to create their own sense of purpose and direction. This idea radically shifts the perspective on how we view our existence, placing the onus on us to shape our destiny and imbue our lives with our own chosen values and meanings. At the heart of existential responsibility is the concept of freedom, the freedom to choose, to create, and to live according to one's own terms. This freedom is both liberating and daunting. It liberates us from the shackles of predetermined meanings and societal expectations, allowing us to pursue our unique version of a fulfilling life. However, it also places a weighty responsibility on our shoulders, the responsibility to make choices that genuinely reflect who we are and who we want to be. This existential perspective challenges us to deeply introspect and question the very foundations of our lives. What is the why that drives us? What are the values, goals, and passions that give our life meaning? This search for personal meaning is not a superficial exercise. It is an ongoing, dynamic process that evolves with our experiences and understanding. It requires us to be honest with ourselves, to confront our fears and doubts, and to constantly redefine and refine our understanding of what makes life worth living. By embracing existential responsibility, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with resilience and determination. Understanding our why provides us with a compass to navigate through tough times. It is the inner strength that enables us to endure hardships and setbacks, knowing that they are part of a larger journey towards a life that is truly ours. When we have a clear sense of purpose, obstacles become less daunting and hardships become bearable, as Nietzsche suggests. Furthermore, taking responsibility for our destiny means making choices that align with our true selves. In both our personal and professional lives, we are often confronted with decisions that test our values and convictions. Existential responsibility urges us to choose paths that resonate with our deepest beliefs and aspirations, even if they go against the grain of societal norms or expectations. It encourages us to be authentic in our actions and choices, to live in a way that is consistent with our personal definition of meaning and fulfillment. The existentialist viewpoint also underscores the importance of personal growth and self-realization. By continuously seeking our why, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and development. We learn more about our strengths, our weaknesses, and our potential. This process of self-exploration and growth is not just about achieving external goals. It is about becoming more in tune with ourselves, expanding our consciousness, and deepening our understanding of what it means to be truly alive. However, embracing this idea is not without its challenges. It requires a willingness to face the unknown and the courage to make choices that may not always lead to success or approval. It involves acknowledging the inherent uncertainty and unpredictability of life and accepting that our search for meaning may sometimes lead us down difficult paths. Yet, it is precisely in facing these challenges that we find our greatest potential for growth and fulfillment. Existential responsibility also has profound implications for our relationships with others. When we are guided by our own authentic why, we engage with others more genuinely and meaningfully. We form connections based on mutual respect and shared values rather than superficial or expedient reasons. This authenticity in our relationships contributes to a richer, more connected life, filled with interactions that are truly rewarding and profound. The existentialist emphasis on personal meaning and responsibility offers a powerful framework for living a life of authenticity and purpose. It challenges us to take charge of our destiny, to find our unique why, and to make choices that reflect our true selves. This journey towards existential responsibility is not always easy, but it is deeply rewarding. It leads to a life that is not only lived, but also felt deeply, a life that resonates with our innermost being, a life that is, in every sense, our own. Idea 6. Buddhist non-attachment. Attachment is the root of suffering. This profound statement attributed to Buddha lies at the heart of Buddhist philosophy and introduces us to the transformative concept of non-attachment. In the Buddhist context, this idea is not about indifference or lack of passion. Rather, it's a profound understanding that clinging too tightly to anything, be it physical objects, relationships, or even ideas, can lead to suffering. This is because everything in our world is impermanent and subject to change, and attachment can set us up for inevitable loss and the pain that comes with it. Non-attachment, as taught in Buddhism, offers a pathway to a more peaceful and contented state of mind, one that can endure through the inevitable ups and downs of life. It is a practice that encourages us to appreciate and enjoy life's experiences without becoming dependent on them for our happiness and sense of self. This doesn't mean we cannot enjoy material comforts or form deep relationships. Instead, it suggests we should engage with these aspects of life without becoming overly identified or consumed by them. To practice non-attachment in daily life, one practical and accessible tool is mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying full attention to the present moment, observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. This practice helps us recognize our patterns of attachment, how we cling to certain thoughts, emotions, or material possessions, and how this clinging often leads to a cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Mindfulness allows us to experience life more fully, appreciating the present moment without grasping onto it. Another powerful practice is meditation. Through meditation, we can cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and clarity, learning to observe the workings of our minds without getting entangled in them. Meditation offers us a space to detach from the hustle and bustle of daily life and to observe our attachments from a place of calm detachment. This helps in understanding the transient nature of our experiences and the futility of clinging to them. Practicing non-attachment also involves a conscious effort to let go of material and emotional dependencies. This doesn't mean rejecting material possessions or relationships, but rather changing our relationship with them. It's about finding contentment within ourselves and not solely in external circumstances. For instance, if we derive our sense of self-worth from career success or material wealth, we are likely to experience anxiety and disappointment because these are inherently unstable and transient. It teaches us to find a stable source of happiness and self-worth within ourselves. In terms of relationships, this concept encourages us to love freely and fully without possessing or being dependent on the other person for our happiness. It teaches us that true love is about wanting the best for others, even if that means letting them go. This approach to relationships fosters a deeper, more genuine form of connection, free from the constraints of neediness and dependency. Non-attachment also has broader implications for how we engage with the world. In a society often driven by consumerism and the pursuit of more, this concept offers a counter-narrative that emphasizes contentment and simplicity. It encourages us to question our relentless pursuit of more money, more possessions, more achievements, and to consider the possibility that true fulfillment might lie in a simpler, more detached approach to life. Moreover, this idea can lead to increased resilience. When we are less attached to specific outcomes or to our self-imposed narratives about how life should unfold, we are better equipped to handle life's uncertainties and adversities. We become more adaptable, able to navigate changes and challenges with a sense of composure and equanimity. the practice of Buddhist non-attachment offers a path to a more serene and balanced life. It invites us to let go of our clingings and to experience life more fully, with a sense of freedom and peace. By incorporating practices like mindfulness and meditation into our daily routines and consciously working to reduce our dependencies, we can cultivate a state of mind that is more content, resilient, and free. A state of mind that can profoundly transform our experience of life. Idea 7. Platonic forms and self-realization. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. This insightful observation by Plato, one of the most seminal figures in Western philosophy, introduces us to his theory of forms, which can be viewed as a metaphor for personal growth and self-realization. Plato's forms are not merely abstract entities. They represent the epitome of qualities like truth, beauty, and goodness. In the context of personal development, engaging with these forms means striving to actualize the highest and most virtuous aspects of ourselves. Plato's concept of forms suggests that the ultimate reality exists in an abstract, non-physical realm, and what we experience in the physical world are mere shadows or reflections of these perfect forms. Translating this to our personal quest for growth, it implies that our journey is about striving towards these ideal forms or virtues. It's about aspiring to embody the purest forms of qualities like integrity, compassion, and wisdom in our lives. Understanding and identifying with our own forms requires deep introspection and self-awareness. It involves asking ourselves fundamental questions about who we are and what we value most. What does truth mean to us? How do we define beauty? What does goodness look like in our daily actions? These are not just philosophical musings, they are practical inquiries that can guide our choices and behaviors, shaping our paths towards self-realization. Aligning our lives with these higher ideals is a transformative process. When we strive towards truth, we commit to honesty and authenticity in our interactions and in our understanding of the world. Seeking beauty can be about appreciating and creating harmony and balance in our lives and environments. Aspiring to goodness involves cultivating compassion, empathy, and altruism. These pursuits elevate our existence, moving us closer to our highest potential. The journey towards embodying these Platonic forms is not merely about self-improvement, it's about self-transcendence. It's about moving beyond the confines of our ego and our immediate desires and connecting with something larger and more enduring. This alignment with higher ideals brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the fleeting pleasures and achievements of ordinary existence. In practical terms, striving for these ideals can manifest in various ways. In our professional lives, it might mean pursuing work that is not just lucrative but also meaningful and aligned with our values. In our personal lives, it could involve cultivating relationships that are based on mutual respect and genuine connection, rather than convenience or superficial attraction. Moreover, this journey is inherently challenging. It involves confronting our shortcomings and overcoming our limitations. Just as Plato's forms represent ideals that we may never perfectly realize, the process of aligning ourselves with these ideals is ongoing and dynamic. It requires continuous effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to grow and change. The quest for Platonic forms also has a communal aspect. While it is a deeply personal journey, it is not pursued in isolation. Our striving for truth, beauty, and goodness inevitably impacts those around us, influencing our relationships and communities. By embodying these ideals, we contribute to a more virtuous, harmonious, and enlightened society. However, embracing Platonic forms does not mean rejecting the physical world or our human nature. Instead, it's about finding a balance between the ideal and the real, the abstract and the concrete. It's about recognizing the beauty and value in our imperfect world while still aspiring to higher standards of thought and behavior. Plato's theory of forms offers a rich and profound framework for understanding self-realization. By identifying and striving towards our own forms or ideals, we embark on a journey of personal transformation. This journey challenges us to conquer ourselves, to transcend our limitations, and to realize our highest potential. It's a path that leads not just to personal fulfillment, but to a deeper engagement with the world and a lasting contribution to the greater good. As we pursue these timeless ideals, we come closer to achieving that greatest victory, conquering ourselves and becoming the best versions of who we can be. Have you ever wondered if a single philosophy could transform the way you live, think, and see the world around you? What if I told you that such a philosophy exists, not in the abstract musings of modern self-help gurus, but in the pragmatic wisdom of Japan's greatest swordsman? A legendary figure who not only conquered in battle, but also mastered the art of living. Miyamoto Mousashi, a name that resonates through the annals of Japanese history not just for his unparalleled skill with the sword, but for his profound understanding of life's deeper truths. Musashi was not only a warrior, but a philosopher, artist, and writer, whose life's journey culminated in a succinct yet powerful manuscript, the Dokudo, or The Way of Walking Alone. Penned in the seclusion of a mountain cave, weeks before his death in 1645, the Dokudo distills Musashi's lifelong learnings into 21 precepts. These principles are not just tactics for combat, but guidelines for living with independence, dignity, and profound integrity. But why should we, centuries and cultures removed, care about this ancient samurai's final words? In our fast-paced, interconnected world, where distractions are constant and pressures mount from every direction, Musashi's teachings offer a strikingly relevant blueprint for navigating life's challenges with grace and strength. The Dokudo's principles challenge us to confront our own lives with a sharper lens, encouraging a journey inward to discover what it truly means to live fully, independently, and authentically. In the next few minutes, we'll embark on a journey through these 21 principles, not as distant historical curiosities, but as living wisdom for the modern soul. You'll discover how embracing reality, mastering desires, cultivating integrity, fostering social harmony, and upholding honor can transform your approach to life's myriad challenges and opportunities. Each principle, a stepping stone on the path to a more deliberate and fulfilling existence, invites us to reflect, adapt, and grow in ways we might never have imagined. But how do these ancient precepts translate into our daily lives? Can the wisdom of a 17th century samurai truly guide us in the 21st century? The answer lies not in the literal application of Musashi's words, but in the underlying spirit of his philosophy. It challenges us to ask deeper questions about our values, motivations, and the legacy we wish to leave behind. It prompts us to consider what it means to walk our unique path with courage, discipline, and a profound sense of purpose. As we delve into each principle, I invite you to reflect on your own life, the choices you make, and the values you hold dear. This is not about adopting a new set of rules blindly, but about engaging in a dialogue with the past to illuminate the present and shape our future. By the end of this journey, you will not only have a deeper understanding of Musashi's Dokudo, but a renewed perspective on how to navigate the complexities of modern life with wisdom, courage, and integrity. Let's uncover the timeless wisdom of the Dokudo together, and explore how its principles can inspire a more intentional, fulfilling, and independent way of living. Continuing with the journey into the heart of Musashi's Dokodo, we find ourselves at the threshold of perhaps its most compelling teachings: embracing reality and practicing detachment. These principles at first glance might seem like hard pills to swallow, especially in a world that often encourages us to chase after what we want with relentless zeal. But Musashi, through his life and words, offers a different path, one paved with acceptance, detachment, and a broader perspective on our place in the world. Principle 1. Accept everything just the way it is. Imagine you're playing a video game and you come across a level that seems impossible to beat. You try everything you can, but no matter what, you just can't seem to get past it. Now, you have two choices: keep getting frustrated and angry at the game, or accept that this is just a part of playing, and figure out a new strategy or find a way to enjoy the challenge it presents. Musashi's first principle is a lot like choosing the second option in real life. It's about seeing things for what they are, not what we wish they would be. This doesn't mean giving up when faced with challenges. Instead, it's about recognizing the reality of a situation and dealing with it head-on, without letting our emotions cloud our judgment. When we start to see the world this way, a lot of our everyday frustrations start to seem smaller, and we find a certain peace in knowing that we're doing our best with what we have. On a deeper level, this principle challenges us to confront the very nature of our frustrations and disappointments. Often, our discontent stems not from our circumstances, but from the gap between our expectations and reality. When we expect traffic to be light, a friend to always be on time, or a project to go perfectly, we set ourselves up for frustration. Musashi's call to acceptance is a call to bridge this gap, not by lowering our standards, but by preparing ourselves mentally for the myriad outcomes life can present. It's about finding stability within ourselves that isn't easily shaken by the external world. This inner stability becomes a source of strength, enabling us to face life's unpredictability with a calm and centered presence. Principle 5. Be detached from desire your whole life long. Now let's talk about desires. We all want things, maybe a new car, a big house, or even something as simple as wanting our favorite meal for dinner. Desires are natural, but have you ever noticed how, after you get what you wanted, the happiness it brings doesn't last forever? Sometimes it doesn't even make us as happy as we thought it would. Musashi tells us to be detached from these desires. This doesn't mean we can't ever want things, but we shouldn't let our happiness depend on getting them. It's like enjoying a scoop of your favorite ice cream without feeling sad when it's gone because you know it's part of the experience. This detachment leads to a kind of freedom because when we're not constantly chasing after things we want, we can enjoy life as it comes, finding happiness in the moment, in the simple things that we often overlook. To understand the depth of this principle, consider how desires often shape our paths. They can dictate our choices, pushing us toward endless cycles of wanting and acquiring only to want again. This cycle can lead to a life filled with chasing after fleeting moments of happiness while missing out on deeper satisfaction. Detachment, as Musashi presents it, is not about giving up on joy or ambition, but about finding a source of contentment that isn't dependent on external achievements or possessions. It's about enjoying life's journey without being overly fixated on the destination. When we learn to find joy in the simple act of living, our daily experiences, regardless of whether they align with our desires, become richer and more fulfilling. Principle 3. Do not, under any circumstances, depend on a partial feeling. Feelings are tricky. One minute we're on top of the world, and the next we might feel like everything's falling apart, often based on something as fleeting as a comment from a friend or a grade on a test. Mousashi warns us not to make decisions based on these temporary feelings. It's like deciding not to play soccer anymore because you missed one goal. If we acted on every whim, we'd be like a leaf in the wind, constantly tossed around without any direction. The key is to recognize our emotions but not let them dictate our actions. Instead, we should make decisions based on what we know, what we've thought about, and what's important to us in the long run, not just how we feel in the moment. Exploring this principle further, we see the danger in allowing transient emotions to guide significant decisions. Our feelings are influenced by a multitude of factors: our environment, past experiences, and immediate circumstances, many of which may not accurately reflect reality. Acting on these emotions can lead us to make choices that feel right in the moment, but don't serve our long-term interests or align with our deeper values. By cultivating a practice of pausing and reflecting before acting, we develop the ability to respond to situations rather than react impulsively. This approach doesn't mean ignoring our emotions, rather, it involves acknowledging them while also considering the broader context of our decisions, leading to actions that are more aligned with who we truly are and what we truly want from life. Principle 4. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. In a world that often tells us to look out for number one, Musashi's advice might sound a bit strange, but think about it this way. When you're part of a team, whether it's for a school project or a sports team, do you only think about what you're going to get out of it, or do you also think about how you can contribute to the team's success? Mousashi is suggesting we take the second approach to life itself. It's not about thinking less of ourselves in terms of our value, but about not being self-centered. It's about looking beyond our immediate wants and considering our actions' impact on others and the world at large. This broader perspective can make our personal problems seem less overwhelming and inspire us to contribute positively to the world around us. This principle invites us to engage with the world from a place of humility and compassion. In a society that often measures success by personal achievement and accumulation, Musashi's perspective offers a radical shift. Thinking lightly of ourselves doesn't mean diminishing our worth, but rather recognizing that we are part of a much larger tapestry of life. Together, these principles form a foundation for living that is both deeply personal and universally applicable. They teach us to navigate life's challenges with a sense of equanimity, to find fulfillment beyond the endless pursuit of desires, to make decisions with clarity and wisdom, and to live with a sense of purpose that transcends our individual existence. In embracing these teachings, we can cultivate a life that is not only more peaceful and content, but also richer in meaning and connection. As we venture further into Musashi's teachings, we come upon a set of principles that invite us to consider the role of self-discipline in achieving inner peace. This journey into self-discipline isn't about imposing strict rules upon ourselves, but discovering the freedom that comes from understanding our desires and emotions. Let's explore these principles further, unraveling the wisdom they hold for us. Principle 2. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Imagine you have an entire cake in front of you. Eating a slice is delightful, but what happens if you eat the whole cake in one sitting? You'd likely end up feeling sick. This principle is similar. It's not about avoiding joy or pleasure in life. It's about understanding that chasing after these feelings without considering the consequences can lead to unhappiness. Pleasure, when pursued as an end in itself, often leads to a cycle of wanting more and never being satisfied. Lasting fulfillment, on the other hand, comes from achievements and experiences that have deeper meaning. It's the difference between the temporary happiness we might get from buying something new versus the lasting satisfaction of learning a new skill or helping a friend. The first is fleeting, while the second adds to our sense of who we are and our connection to the world. By focusing on what truly enriches us, we cultivate a life of genuine contentment and joy. Principle 10. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. Feelings of lust and love are powerful, and while they can add beauty to our lives, they can also cloud our judgment. Imagine you're on a boat in the middle of a storm, and your emotions are the wind and waves tossing you around. If you let those forces guide you, you might end up lost or shipwrecked. But if you learn to navigate those waters with skill and awareness, you can find your way through the storm. This principle is about recognizing the strength of our emotions, but not allowing them to dictate our decisions. It encourages us to take a step back, breathe, and think about our actions and their consequences. This doesn't mean we shouldn't feel or express love, rather we should love wisely, ensuring our decisions are made with clarity and consideration for ourselves and others. Mastering our emotions in this way leads to healthier relationships and clearer decision-making, grounding us in a sense of inner peace. Principle 11. In all things have no preferences. This principle might sound strange at first. How can we not have preferences? Everyone likes some things more than others. Mousashi's point here is not about eliminating preferences, but about not being bound by them. It's like when you go to a restaurant and your favorite dish isn't available, so you try something new and discover you like it just as much. Being open and flexible in this way allows us to experience life more fully. We can find joy and value in various experiences, not just the ones we expected to enjoy. This openness leads to a sense of peace, because we're no longer constantly striving for things to be a certain way. Instead, we can appreciate life as it unfolds, finding beauty and learning in every moment. This principle teaches us the power of adaptability and the peace that comes from embracing life's diversity with an open heart. Principle 13. Do not pursue the taste of good food. At first glance, this principle might seem to advocate for a bland diet, but its wisdom goes far beyond our culinary choices. It's about moderation and finding joy in simplicity. In a world that often tells us more is better, Mousashi reminds us of the beauty in simplicity. When we constantly seek out the most exquisite foods, the most thrilling experiences, or the latest gadgets, we set ourselves on an endless quest for satisfaction that never quite fulfills us. Learning to appreciate simple pleasures, a home-cooked meal, a walk in the park, the company of friends, teaches us that happiness doesn't come from external sources, but from our ability to enjoy what we have. This principle doesn't mean we should never indulge or enjoy fine things. Rather, it encourages us to find balance and recognize that some of the most profound joys in life come from its simplest aspects. Together, these principles from the Dokkodo guide us toward a life of self-discipline and inner peace. By understanding the fleeting nature of pleasure, mastering our emotions, embracing openness and flexibility, and appreciating the beauty of simplicity, we cultivate a life that is not only more peaceful and content, but also richer in meaning and connection. Mousashi's wisdom teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come not from the external pursuit of desires, but from the internal mastery of oneself. Through this mastery, we discover the freedom to live fully, the clarity to make wise decisions, and the joy of engaging with the world in a more profound and meaningful way. Diving deeper into the essence of Musashi's teachings, we approach a section that speaks volumes about integrity and personal growth. Through his principles, he invites us to look beyond the surface of our lives and question what we truly value, believe in, and how we confront our ultimate fate. Let's unravel these principles further and discover the profound lessons they hold. Principle 14. Do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. In a world where having more is often seen as better, Musashi's 14th principle stands out as a beacon of wisdom. It's easy to get caught up in collecting things, thinking that each new gadget, piece of clothing, or toy will make us happier. But have you ever noticed that, after the initial excitement wears off, you're left feeling just the same as before, maybe even a bit cluttered and overwhelmed? Musashi suggests a different approach, a minimalist lifestyle. Imagine your life as a backpack that you have to carry everywhere. Every possession is something extra you need to pack into it. The more stuff you have, the heavier it gets, making it harder to climb mountains or cross rivers. By choosing only to keep what we truly need or love, we lighten our load, making our journey through life easier and more enjoyable. This principle isn't about depriving ourselves, but about focusing on what truly matters: our experiences, relationships, and personal growth. It's about creating space in our lives for what enriches us, not just what fills our closets. Principle 15. Do not act following customary beliefs. This principle challenges us to think for ourselves, to question the status quo, and not to follow paths laid out by society without considering if they're right for us. From a young age, we're taught to follow certain paths: go to school, get good grades, choose a career, and so on. But what if there's more to life than just following the script? Musashi urges us to think critically about the beliefs and customs we've been taught to accept without question. It's like being in a maze. If you follow the crowd, you might find your way out, but you'll only ever see what everyone else sees. By questioning the paths laid out before us and daring to carve our own, we might discover new, more fulfilling routes. This principle encourages us not just to accept things as they are, but to actively engage with our beliefs and decisions, ensuring they reflect our true selves and not just what we've been told to value. It's about authenticity, carving out a life that's genuinely ours. Principle 17. Do not fear death. At first glance, this principle might seem daunting. After all, fear of death is one of the most common fears, but Musashi's intention isn't to make us fearless in the face of danger, but to inspire us to live more fully by acknowledging the impermanence of life. Think of life like a sandcastle on the beach. We know the tide will eventually wash it away, but that doesn't stop us from building it, creating intricate designs, and enjoying the process. In the same way, recognizing that our time is limited can inspire us to make the most of it, to focus on what's truly important, and to live in a way that, when our time comes, we can look back without regrets. It's about embracing each moment, pursuing our passions, and cherishing our relationships. This principle teaches us that the awareness of life's impermanence is not something to fear, but a reminder to live deeply, authentically, and with purpose. Musashi's principles on integrity and personal growth challenge us to reassess our priorities, question our unquestioned beliefs, and embrace the finite nature of our existence. They teach us that growth comes not from accumulating more possessions, but from cultivating our inner selves, that true wisdom lies not in conformity but in critical thought and authenticity, and that a full life is not one lived in the shadow of fear, but one that dances with the knowledge of its own impermanence. By integrating these teachings into our lives, we learn to live with a lighter load, carve our own paths with confidence, and savor the fleeting beauty of our existence. Musashi's wisdom, centuries old yet timeless, offers a blueprint for living that honors our deepest selves and the transient, precious nature of life itself. As we journey further into Musashi's teachings, we arrive at principles that not only guide us in our internal quest for peace and growth, but also shape our interactions with the world and those around us. These principles serve as a compass for navigating social relationships and our own self-reliance, emphasizing the importance of harmony, acceptance, and adaptability. Principle 7. Never be jealous. Jealousy is like a weed in a garden. If left unchecked, it can overtake and ruin the beauty of everything around it. It's a feeling we've all experienced at some point. Seeing someone else with something we want. Whether it's a new car, a beautiful relationship, or even just attention from others. Musashi teaches us that jealousy detracts from our growth because it focuses our energy on what others have, rather than on developing our own strengths and capabilities. Overcoming jealousy isn't about pretending we don't want things, but about shifting our perspective. It's about celebrating others' achievements and using their success as inspiration to pursue our own goals. When we free ourselves from the grip of jealousy, we open the door to personal growth, allowing us to focus on our journey and the steps we need to take to achieve our own form of success. This principle encourages us to water our garden, tending to our growth and blooming in our unique way. Principle 8. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. Loss and change are inevitable parts of life. Whether it's moving away from friends, ending a relationship, or dealing with the loss of a loved one, separations can be deeply painful. However, Musashi reminds us that the pain of separation is a part of life's cycle, not an end to our ability to find joy and connection. Dealing with loss and embracing change require us to find strength within ourselves and to remember that life is a series of connections and experiences, each shaping us and teaching us in different ways. Instead of being consumed by sadness, we can learn to cherish the memories and lessons each relationship brought into our lives. This principle doesn't diminish the pain of loss, but offers a perspective that helps us navigate it, reminding us that every ending makes room for new beginnings and opportunities for growth. Principle 9. Resentment and complaint are appropriate neither for oneself nor others. Holding on to resentment is like carrying a backpack filled with rocks on a hike. It only makes the journey more difficult. Musashi advises us to let go of resentment and to refrain from constant complaints, recognizing that these emotions and behaviors sap our energy and can poison our relationships and outlook on life. Resentment often arises from feeling wronged or slighted by others, but dwelling on these feelings keeps us stuck in the past, unable to move forward. Similarly, when we complain, we focus on the negative, overlooking the potential for change or the aspects of our lives that are positive. Learning to let go of resentment and to minimize complaints doesn't mean we ignore problems or injustices. Instead, it means we address them constructively, seeking solutions and focusing on actions that can improve our situation. This approach not only enhances our well-being, but also contributes to a more harmonious environment for everyone involved. Principle 12. Be indifferent to where you live. This principle might seem odd at first. After all, our surroundings can have a big impact on our lives. But at its core, Musashi's message is about adaptability and finding contentment, regardless of our circumstances. It's easy to think we'd be happier if only we lived somewhere else, had a better house, or were in a different situation. However, true contentment comes from within, not from our external conditions. Being adaptable and finding joy in various circumstances doesn't mean we shouldn't strive to improve our living conditions or seek out environments that inspire and uplift us. Rather, it means we don't let our happiness depend solely on those factors. We can find beauty and peace in the simplest settings if we're open to seeing it. This principle teaches us to build our inner sanctuary, cultivating a state of contentment that travels with us no matter where life takes us. Musashi's principles in this section encourage us to navigate the social landscape and our inner worlds with grace, focusing on personal growth, adaptability, and the strength to let go of negative emotions. By overcoming jealousy, embracing the lessons in loss and change, letting go of resentment, and finding contentment regardless of our surroundings, we cultivate a life of harmony and peace, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. These teachings guide us in building a resilient and adaptable spirit, capable of thriving in the ever-changing tapestry of life. As we delve into the final lessons of Musashi's teachings, we explore concepts that go beyond the immediate and tangible aspects of life, guiding us toward contemplating our legacy and the true essence of honor. These principles encourage us to look at life from a broader perspective, focusing on the values we live by and the legacy we leave behind, rather than the material possessions we accumulate. Principle 16. Do not collect weapons or practice with weapons beyond what is useful. Musashi lived in an era where martial prowess was not just a matter of honor but survival. However, even in such times, he advocated for practicality over excess. In today's world, we might not wield swords or spears, but we have our weapons, skills, knowledge, and resources. His teaching here is about focusing on what's truly useful and necessary. Imagine you're packing for a camping trip. Every item you add to your backpack should have a purpose. Packing too much slows you down, and the same goes for life. Collecting skills, gadgets, or even relationships that don't serve a meaningful purpose in our lives can distract us from our goals and weigh us down. This principle encourages us to be mindful about what we choose to carry in our life backpack, ensuring that everything we hold on to serves a purpose, contributing to our journey rather than hindering it. This principle, at its heart, is about recognizing the difference between being prepared and hoarding. In a world that constantly pushes us toward excess, more gadgets, more skills touted as essential, more connections, Musashi's wisdom calls for a radical assessment of what truly adds value to our lives. It's a call to declutter not just our physical spaces, but our mental ones as well. By focusing on what genuinely serves us, we hone our ability to distinguish between mere accumulation and meaningful preparation. This discernment leads us to a lighter, more focused existence, enabling us to move through life with agility and purpose. It reminds us that true preparedness for life's challenges isn't about having an arsenal at our disposal, but about possessing the right tools and knowing how to use them effectively. Principle 18. Do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs for your old age. In a society that often equates success with material wealth, Musashi's 18th principle challenges us to rethink what it means to be truly prepared for the future. It's like being a squirrel gathering nuts for the winter. While it's wise to prepare, hoarding more than we need can lead to unnecessary stress and takes away from others. This principle is not about neglecting our future security, but about understanding that our well-being in old age isn't solely dependent on material wealth. True security comes from cultivating relationships, community, and a sense of purpose that sustains us, not just a stockpile of goods. It encourages us to invest in our personal growth, relationships, and experiences, which are the true riches that sustain us, providing a sense of fulfillment and happiness that material possessions cannot match. His call to look beyond material accumulation for future security challenges the modern fixation on wealth as the sole measure of a successful life. It's a reminder that the richest moments often come from non-material sources. The stories shared with friends, the laughter with family, the quiet moments of reflection and connection with nature. Focusing on these intangible assets fosters a sense of fulfillment that outlives the transient satisfaction derived from possessions. This principle encourages us to build a foundation of meaningful relationships, lifelong learning, and personal achievements. It's about creating a legacy of experiences and wisdom to pass down, understanding that these are the true treasures that enrich our lives and endure beyond our time. Principle 19. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. Musashi's spiritual guidance reminds us of the importance of self-reliance and personal effort. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for a miracle or divine intervention to solve our problems. However, this principle tells us that while faith and spirituality can provide comfort and guidance, the responsibility for our actions and their outcomes lies with us. It's like studying for a test. While it's okay to hope for a good outcome, the actual work of studying and preparing is up to us. This teaching doesn't diminish the value of spiritual beliefs, but emphasizes the need to take active steps toward our goals, using our abilities and making the most of the opportunities we're given. It's a call to action, reminding us that our fate is in our hands, and while we may seek guidance from higher powers, the real work of building our lives is ours alone. Principle 20. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. For Musashi, honor was a paramount value, transcending even the instinct for survival. In modern terms, it's about living according to our values and principles even when it's difficult. It means doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and standing by our words and beliefs even if it comes at a cost. This principle challenges us to consider what we stand for and how deeply we're committed to those ideals. It's about integrity, being consistent in our actions, words, and beliefs. Honor is the legacy we leave behind, the mark we make on the world through our choices and actions. It's what people remember about us, the stories that will be told long after we're gone. This principle invites us to live in a way that, at the end of our days, we can look back with pride, knowing we lived true to ourselves and made a positive impact in the world. Embedded within this principle is the idea of empowerment through personal effort. While faith can be a source of strength and comfort, he emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for our actions and their outcomes. It's a call to cultivate a sense of agency, to recognize our power to effect change in our lives and the world around us. This principle doesn't negate the value of spiritual support, but places the onus on us to act, to make decisions that align with our values and move us toward our goals. It teaches us that while we may draw inspiration and solace from our faith, our lives are ultimately shaped by our choices and efforts. This recognition of personal responsibility fosters a deep sense of empowerment and resilience, equipping us to navigate life's challenges with confidence and integrity. Musashi's teachings on legacy and honor guide us toward a deeper understanding of what it means to live a life of significance. They remind us that true wealth is not found in material possessions, but in the richness of our character, the depth of our relationships, and the impact of our actions. These principles encourage us to focus on what truly matters, to live with purpose and integrity, and to build a legacy that reflects our highest values and aspirations. Through his wisdom, we learn that the most valuable treasures we can leave behind are the lessons we've learned, the love we've shared, and the honor with which we've lived every day of our lives. As we reach the culmination of Miyamoto Musashi's profound principles, we encounter a guiding light that illuminates the essence of all his teachings. Principle 21. Never stray from the way. This principle is not merely a concluding thought, but the very heart of this philosophy. It's a call to steadfastness and integrity, urging us to discover and adhere to a personal code of conduct that navigates us through life's tumultuous seas. Imagine life as an expansive ocean and yourself as a sailor. The vast waters represent the unknowns and challenges we all face, storms of doubt, waves of challenge, and winds of change. In this vast ocean, your way is your compass, a set of core beliefs and values that guide your decisions, actions, and interactions. Just as a compass offers direction to a sailor in the boundless sea, your personal philosophy or way provides you with direction amidst life's uncertainties. Finding your way is about understanding who you are at your core, what you believe in, and what you stand for. It's about asking yourself the big questions. What is truly important to me? What kind of person do I want to be? How do I want to treat others? The answers to these questions become the stars by which you navigate your life's journey. They're not fixed points, but rather lights that guide you, helping you to make choices that align with your deepest truths. Adhering to your way requires courage and integrity. It means making choices that are consistent with your values, even when it's difficult, even when it means standing alone. It's easy to follow the crowd, to drift along with societal currents, but staying true to your way demands resilience and determination. It's about being honest with yourself, acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them. It's about striving to be better, not for accolades or recognition, but because it's aligned with your personal philosophy. Musashi's admonition to never stray from the way is a reminder that our lives are defined not by the external successes we achieve, but by how closely our actions align with our inner truths. This principle teaches us that true fulfillment and peace come from living authentically, from making choices that reflect our values and aspirations. It encourages us to build a life that is not just about surviving the storms, but about navigating them with purpose and integrity. Living by this principle transforms how we see the world and interact with it. It shapes our relationships, our work, and our contributions to society. When we are guided by a clear sense of purpose and a strong moral compass, we become beacons of light for others. We inspire those around us to find their own way, to live lives of purpose and meaning. In essence, his final principle encapsulates the journey toward self-mastery and personal excellence. It's a call to action, urging us to live not by the whims of circumstance, but by the strength of our convictions. It reminds us that while life's journey is fraught with challenges, having a way provides us with the clarity and strength to face them head-on, to grow from our experiences, and to carve out a path that is uniquely ours. As we reflect on the significance of having and adhering to a personal philosophy, we realize that it's not about rigidly sticking to a set of rules, but about being flexible and adaptable, learning and growing with each step we take. It's about living in a way that, at the end of our journey, we can look back with pride, knowing that we remain true to ourselves and the way we chose to follow. Musashi's teachings through this final principle offer us a timeless wisdom that the greatest victory is not over others, but over the discord within ourselves, achieved by never straying from our way. Remember, life is an incredible journey filled with highs and lows, victories and defeats. Yet at the heart of this journey is your way, a beacon that guides you through the darkest nights and the fiercest storms. It's your inner compass, pointing you toward true north when the world around you seems to spin out of control.